We are live. Welcome to the Bardic Inspiration Podcast. I'm your host, Brad the Bard, and today it brings me amazing joy to have my first female guest ever, Jess Bermudez, the purple belt Jujitsu extraordinaire from Elite Jujitsu. She'll choke you out, and then she'll paint a picture of her doing it. What's going on, Jess?
Hey, what's up?
Yo, so I saw you brought those Maria cookies.
Oh, damn, you gonna bring them out right away.
Yeah,
bring out the big guns.
Cause we can't be munching and crunching the whole time.
I guess.
So y'all are gonna have to deal with this in the very beginning.
Word.
Oh, damn. It's alright, I'll clean it up.
It was from when I snatched them out of your hands.
Damn, I'm gonna just cop that little chunk right there.
Damn, that's a little... Here, I'll give you these two.
You're the best. Yo, so Jess, whenever I have a martial artist on the show, the first question I always ask, what is the fight song that you gotta come out to that's gonna get you that W? What's going on?
Every time it's different.
Yo, for real?
Yeah.
Does it have to be relative to like what's going on in your life?
Today,
yeah, I feel you. Oh, you pick it the day of?
Yeah, look,
damn.
The day before when they ask for it, but sometimes it's the day of, yeah. Yeah, like if my opponent's cool and all, you know, it won't be too crazy.
Yeah.
But sometimes I gotta get ratchet on it.
No, man.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Here, I'm gonna just pull this a little closer.
My bad.
No, I'm sorry. It was good. I just want it to be better. All right. So, what was the song you used for that most recent? You would tap cancer out?
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna talk in my mouthful.
Yo, I know. We'll munch on these quick.
So Tap Cancer did this year their fundraising went to Alex's Lemonade Stand, which is like a foundation for childhood cancer. And what it is basically like all like lemonade stuff that they sell to raise money. It's like non-existent anymore, lemonade stands. So I came out to, you know, my girl Riri, and her song is Lemon. So I was like, oh, okay. And I mean, the song's pretty fucking, like, it's not nice. Like, she curses a lot. It slaps. So I told the guy, I was like, hey, you know, she says a little bit of curse words in here. Can I still play it? Because initially the email said, like, no curse words, has to be on Spotify. I don't even have Spotify. I do Apple Music. Yeah.
That's basically the same things that show up on
but
distribution
I can't. If you don't
platforms.
have Spotify, you can't even like try out their music. They want you to sign up.
Oh,
and,
I know.
Trial, whatever. But yeah, he's like, fuck it, it works. That's what I came out to. It was the hit.
And then you caught that W.
I did. I sure did.
Was your opponent sour like lemons?
You're funny. No, I mean, I think maybe a little bit. Aren't we all when we lose?
Oh,
like,
100%.
Nobody likes losing. As much as they say win or learn, no. Nobody likes to lose. They wouldn't do it if they knew they were losing. You know what I mean? You always go in with the mentality that, you know, you're going to win.
Yeah.
But no, we're actually friends. Like, we were friends before the match.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me.
Yeah, it was
So you had rolled with her before.
Yeah, I've never competed against like a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm using the word friend loosely because like we don't really hang out, but we have trained together a few times. And usually like my opponents are people I don't even know. Like, I've never heard of.
I prefer that too.
Yeah. I mean, generally, I don't even like super fights anymore. Like,
really?
No, because like you have to worry about just one person. You have to worry about their game. You're like, you overthink it because it's one person. When it's a tournament, you don't know who's in your, like, you don't know who you're going up against first, and you don't even care because you're like, I'm gonna worry about my shit, and then I'm gonna go in there and do what I have to do.
Yeah. With
a super fight, you're like, what if they pull? Like, it's just one match. You have to, like, that one match has to be the best. And then it's like, I don't know. I think too much when I'm at super fights.
I can relate to that for sure. Like, I was talking to a few of my friends before. Like, I would hate to compete against someone that I do research on or something. Like, I never do that. Like, I remember the first tournament I ever did, I did in Naga, right? So, like, I pulled up the dude's name that I was supposed to go up against, and I'm like, I Googled his name. I'm like, he's a cop, but it wasn't even the same guy. Like, this guy's totally a cop. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. He fucking beats up people all day, every day. And then I like, oh my god, I was such a nervous wreck for that. And then like my next tournament that I did, I won because I just went.
You didn't even care. You
I
were
just
like
straight tunnel vision. Like
whoever they put in front of
I'm
me,
in the
I'm
corner
doing.
with the beanie, like fucking 8 Mile and shit. Just like.
You got your headphones in.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
No, my first Naga, this girl had a mohawk.
Oh man.
And she had spats that said Mad Dog on them. I was like, yo, Mad Dog's gonna fuck me up.
Yo.
And I'm like, yo, like I looked at my coach. I'm like, yo, she got Mad Dog on her ass. Like, I'm not winning. R.I.P. my life. If I don't come back.
That's fucked.
And he's like, yo, don't worry about it. And like, I just it was just bad. But I ended up beating her in the gi and no gi. It was like, I don't know. I never knew her name. I didn't know. I just knew her as Mad Dog. And for like a whole 2 months. So that's all. We were like, yo, remember when Mad Dog, like all this about Mad Dog. Come to find out, I meet her in person. Her name is Nico. And I'm like, yo, and Nico doesn't even know that we called her Mad Dog for like 2 months until we found out her name.
Yo, that's
But it was
funny
like,
as
damn,
shit.
all this like worrying for no reason. Then we roll at the gym, and I'm like, yo, she's not too bad. The mohawk ain't nothing.
Yo,
you know?
it's all a scare tactic.
It is.
100%.
It is. Why do you think I shaved my head? I'm going to Nogi Worlds looking
Hell
like
yeah.
a Mad Dog.
Yeah. Fucking warrior status.
Mm-hmm.
That's lit. All right, that's dope. So what did you catch a W with? What did you end up submitting her with?
So the round started with her pulling guard, which I didn't think she would. She usually stands up pretty well. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, I know what she's going to do. I know her. I rolled with her. I'm thinking she's going to stand and, you know, I work my wrestling. This time I'm doing like some takedowns. She pulls guard, throws me off guard. I'm like, oh shit, now I got to pass the guard? Come on. And she goes inverted. And I'm like, yo, she's trying to go for my legs. This girl doesn't even do leg locks.
Oh,
all right.
man.
Throws me off guard. I go for a leg lock because I'm like, I'm going to work takedowns. I'm going to start passing the guard. Nope. Sitting back for a leg lock. So I feel like she's the type to be a reactor instead of like actually go, like she'll counter anything you put at her. Like, that's just how she does. Like, if you try passing her guard, she's going to go to your back. She's like really good. Her name is Kate Eagle. Hi, Kate Eagle. But so I go for a leg lock and she starts doing some shit where she gets like on top, takes my back, mounts me. It was bad. I think she passed my. I don't know. She just did some shit
In
where
the
I'm like,
you started getting in that mode.
yeah, it was like one of those moments where I'm like looking at the side and my coach Jeff Mitchell was like, don't give up. And he told me after that, she's like, I knew you wanted to give up. I saw it in your eyes. I'm like,
man.
yeah, it's so bad. But no, I ended up doing some move that one of my close friends, John Lyons, showed me, where you like get the legs over. It's like a reversal from mount. I'm gonna just say this right now. Mount in Nogi is garbage. Like, if you mount somebody in Nogi, like, garbage. You can't do nothing from there. What can you do from there? Oh, you could do armbar if they. Nobody's gonna reach out and like extend their arm.
It's my personal like least. Like, if I'm up there, it's because I'm trying to style
do
on
something.
you.
Right? Yeah, you get to mount. You look around. You're like, you see this?
Yeah.
I'm on mount. Then
It's like this is like, yo, check out this white belt right now.
Word.
You know what I
and
mean?
then, you always get to side control or neon belly. Like, all the attacks is from side control or neon belly or anything but mount. Like, if you're a mount, you're trying to take the back, you know? But, so yeah, she got on mount, and from there I was like, this is me. I'm getting this. So I did like a hip bump, got my legs over. It's like a hip bump reversal. And it falls, like, their legs just fall right into my armpits, like, right away.
Oh.
It's like the best for.
Is that where like you hip bump and then you pull your legs in?
No, you bring your legs over there, so you get right into a reaping position.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So like, you take your time. I used to like rush those so that I can like get the heel hook right away, but I realized that when you rush leg locks, like, they don't work.
Yeah.
They'll just like escape out of it. But so when you hip bump and you bring them up to you, like, your lower body kind of like is a little more flexible. Like, you have more, instead of them being low on your hips and not letting you move at all. So you bump them up, get your legs all the way around them, and start pushing them away. The more you push away, your legs just fall into that reaping position. And then I just got an outside heel hook. Yeah, that's what I'm decent at. Not really. I don't want to say I'm good at leg locks. It's just I'm good at leg locks on people who don't know leg locks.
Yeah. I'll drink to that right there.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember John actually just showed me he was giving Mikey V some advice on like a
He does the weirdest fucking leg stuff that
I know.
like don't
and
even
I
work.
was watching. I was
Yo, when I
creeping in the
first started
background.
training with him, I was like, that shit don't work. He does it on me. I'm like, all right, that works.
Yeah, it's like, why does that work?
It does. I don't know. There's certain things in jiu-jitsu where a lot of people will be like, oh, well, technically that doesn't. And it's like, no. Like all that John Danaher bullshit, like, no. There's always exceptions to the rules. Like some people will get leg locks that aren't supposed to work. They work.
It's all about the breaking mechanics and where you like end up, because that's one of the things he was saying. Like I was like, I don't really give up like on straight ankles. Like usually my defense on a straight ankle is pretty solid. I'm worried about when they transfer to the heel hook,
Right,
you know?
right.
But he was like, nah, you gotta hit it like this, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, his ankle locks. That's what I'm saying. So like his ankle locks with Eric and I, we took a seminar from Mikey Musumeci. He's like a world champion American black belt from Kyle Terra. He has like the meanest ankle locks. He will ankle lock a freaking black belt. Like you know, those are like fake straight ankles. No, this guy is the real deal. And he also has a DVD that Eric bought and we studied it. And so
Yo, you gotta hook your boy up.
Yo, I got you. I got you, because them things are expensive. That's what we do. Our friends, they give us like
Yeah,
our,
we
the
trade.
logins.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, I
and
got.
shit.
We got the ones from like John Danaher, which I watched, don't like. And then some like Eddie Cummings stuff, where I was like, all right, I'll give you this one, you give me that, give me your login, save it on my phone. Nah, but
nice.
yeah. And so Eric's like, no, this technically you have to do the ankle lock this way. Then when John does it, I'm like, yo, that's not how Mikey Musumeci does it. And he's like, well, it works. I'm like, no, it don't. Then he does it on me. I'm like, ah! I'm like, your ankle's all the way up here, and it still works. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy the way he. I'm like, we're like sucking his dick right now.
I know. Fuck you, John Lyons.
But like, he was just showing me like really specific like angles and like how he pressured. Like he didn't mention it specifically, but I was watching the way he was doing it, and he goes very precise. He grabs very precise parts of the foot, and I'm like, oh, I hate this already.
Yeah, no,
it
kind of feels like toe hold pressure, sort of. Like it's not even. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not something that I would do because like I just can't figure it out. But it works for him.
I want to roll with him more.
You should.
I do. I need to travel down.
Word.
To your neck of the woods.
Hell yeah, come down.
Yo,
dude,
is
Delaware Jiu-Jitsu.
Is there a place I could park the bus down there? By you?
You can, yeah.
Word?
We have like a big parking.
Oh, word.
Hell
like this?
yeah.
Like the lot down here?
It's actual parking, like with cars, but they have like fucking trailers and big trucks and hell yeah.
I remember like my last apartment complex when I first got this, there was people that had like the front of like the semi truck without the trailer, you know what I'm talking about? Like the 18-wheeler shit. So I was like, it must be cool to bring my bus. Yo, the apartment people were so mad when we parked this shit up there.
So our thing is they'll let us do anything if we just give them a heads up, like, hey, we gotta park, because like somebody actually drives trucks for a living, and he'll do that.
Yeah,
he'll
he
like
needs
park
to bring
his
his
shit.
shit. But
so.
yo, they called the cops on us because it wasn't like, because we had the Jersey plates on this shit still.
Oh, okay.
And then like the cop was like, yeah, if you could just get it registered. And then they called the cops again, same dude. He's like, look, man, is it inspected? And I'm like, I'll get it inspected this week, officer. He's like, all right, thanks, man. And they just kept like, it was them calling the cops because it's like a private development, and the cops like, look, man,
so like
I don't care, but like they're calling me because they're saying that illegal buses here.
Where the trucks go isn't by houses. They're not. It's like an extra parking for like visitors or like overflow. So it's not even like nobody ever parks over there.
No, that's cool.
I think that'll be dope.
Yo, maybe you'll have to come through.
Hell yeah.
Come through with the clutch.
Could finish that side of the bus there.
It's just, it sucks that it's cold right now. So like, spoiler alert, Jess actually helped me paint the bus, as you can see in the thumbnail of this video, but we're not done yet.
Not yet.
So
not at all.
We're gonna do a dope video when it's out, though.
For sure.
Yo, so what have you been up to lately, like outside of jiu-jitsu? just just working.
Yeah, I work, I train, I sleep.
Yo, that's
Somewhere in
it's good
between
to
I
be
take
regimented.
showers.
Yeah, for real. After that open mat at 10th Planet.
Oh,
Oh my god.
man, swampiest
Yo,
ass.
for real.
Yeah,
Yo,
it
I
was
had
bad.
that whole hour drive home, and it was just.
It takes you an hour?
Yeah, at least it was at least.
I thought you
Actually,
were closer.
nah, it's like this because I drove from here there.
Oh, okay.
Yo, my mom's is a little closer. I stopped there. I'm
Yeah,
like, Mom, I
so
need a shower here.
This place
I'm
is
s- I'm
actually
so
closer
gross.
to me than
The old
where
place.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
interesting.
It was like an hour 15.
Are you
versus-
closer to Philly than here?
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
word.
Yeah, Philly's like 40 minutes from me, sometimes 35.
Nice.
And then like South Jersey's like 45 minutes away. Everything's pretty close
Yeah.
as far as like lower PA.
That's cool.
Which is good. Yeah, no, that open mat yesterday was sick. I got to roll with that Mike Villain.
Yeah, Mike Villeneuve. Mikey
yeah,
V, the
yeah,
boy.
for the first time. So like I have a hard time asking people to roll.
Really?
Yeah, like it's bad. Like I won't roll for 3 rounds if nobody like comes up to me.
You.
Yeah. Or is next to me where I'm
Yeah.
like
Yo, like the clock is.
I just look at
went,
them
yeah.
like puppy eyes, and
Yeah.
Eric hates it. Eric hates when anybody looks at them instead of saying, "Hey, want to roll?" He has a pet peeve with that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but he's like, what am I gonna expect you to want to roll? You gotta talk. He's like,
Yeah.
talk, say something. But so I kind of like tap Mike on the shoulder, and I'm like, hey, I know like there's nobody else on the mats right now. It's just us. Can we roll one time?
Oh, you did it at the end?
Yeah, right at the end. We were the
That's
last
dope.
ones rolling. Granted, I did take a few rounds off.
Yo, for
But
sure. Yo, he was going back to back to back. I
that
felt
dude's a
bad because like
beast.
I missed everybody and I wanted to like talk to
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
And I could only hang up for an hour because I had to be somewhere at noon. Like I had this
You're
split
such
at
a
11.
busy dude.
I
man.
hate it.
I know.
It's the worst. Like if I had like superpower where I could
you need
manipulate
more
time.
time.
Oh my
You
god.
need more time.
I would take over the world in like 2 weeks.
Damn.
2 weeks notice.
Word. No, that guy's a beast. And he made fun of me. He's like, next time, you just got to go out there and do it. He's like, you could rip legs off, but you can't ask somebody to roll. I'm like, yeah, kind of, It's like when I get my black belt, maybe I'll be more confident to ask somebody to roll.
Yeah. Oh my god. No. Well, there was this like I remember there was this one girl that I'm pretty sure she was white belt because after we rolled, she said she had only been training for like a year, and she just walked up. Like I was talking to John and
She had like
Mikey
the
over there.
gray.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was just like she just looked at my me and Mikey's general direction. She's like, "You want to roll?" I'm like, "All right, I'm
Dude,
down."
that's what I'm saying.
No, but that as a white belt, like she is doing 100% the right
she came
thing.
up to me. I was like,
Yeah,
sure, hell
yeah.
yeah. I
Like
was
as a
let's
white belt, you need to get in with everybody and
everyone,
like
not be afraid.
Yeah, well the thing is too, like when I was a white belt, I was asking advice after every roll. I'm like, "Yo, what did I do wrong? Like how did you catch me with this?" Like that's how I got as good as I did faster than like if I was just like the introvert, like I'm too cool, man. I just guillotine for life. You know what I mean?
Yo, guillotines are a myth. Change my mind.
Yeah, for real. Oh, we got some comments. Brad is my hero. Oh, Matt. I just had Matt on previously. Just remember the worst thing that can happen is that they say no. Yo, true that.
Word. If they say
And if
no,
they say
though,
no,
like,
you whatever.
I'm gonna punch them in the face.
Yeah, it's like, why are you
probably-
scared?
That's probably why they don't want to roll with me. No, that's true.
I usually just like when someone says they don't want to roll, I just like even in the gym, like my gym, if they say no, I'm like, "Why you scared? You
Yeah,
scared?"
no,
and then
actually-
Andrew gets in there like, "Oh, he eggs it on so much.
he
Oh,
said
pussy,
no.
he said you're a pussy."
He's calling you out.
Yeah, like yo,
Trying to take your lunch money.
Andrew's thing that he does, like when someone's not rolling, is he'll tell someone that's looking for a roll that guy just talks shit on his mom. Like,
Damn! I would love to roll with that guy. That's
Yo,
funny.
he's funny as shit.
I'm sure. Every time like we're at like Fight to Win or so, I don't know where I see him at. I think it's like the local tournaments that I'll be like reffing or working tables.
Yeah,
And he'll be on the side. We always talk shit to each other. It's crazy.
yeah.
Actually, that one Tap Cancer, he was like coaching against one of my guys. That
Oh
were,
shit.
yeah.
Who fought? Who was the fight between?
it was white belts. They were, I don't know,
Do you know who? What was it? Males or females?
male.
What did
They were-
what did
it
our
was-
guy look like?
It was like
Is he a long dude?
150 or 160. I don't know the weight divisions.
Damn. I don't even
Anyway,
know who's
the
on our
dude
gym
won.
that
He
weight.
won one match. some guy almost died out tap cancer.
What?
Yeah, he's a big dude, like white belt. I don't know if he got suplexed. He got taken down,
Ooh.
and then so he hit his head. He kind of sat up, but then he went into a seizure. And like, yeah,
shit.
like I think his heart stopped or he stopped breathing. Something happened where they had to like do perform CPR.
Oh,
and then
shit, for
yeah,
real? Like at this most recent one?
Yeah.
Yo, that's
they didn't
crazy.
mention it at all. It was crazy. And so like that was the division that we were like both coaching at, right?
Yeah.
And so they stopped the whole event for like an hour until paramedics came in. Like that dude went in a stretcher. We didn't hear about him until like the next couple days where the dude was thanking everybody. But it was a shit show. That was crazy. And then when they started doing the tournament again, they called the super fights on the other side. So I had to go to the other side, and I didn't get to see who won that division, but I know my guy lost the second round. I don't know about your guy.
I don't know. Like, I want to know who.
It was a white belt.
White belt. 150, 160.
Yeah, he's a white dude.
Like long? Is he a lanky guy?
So,
maybe
yeah.
like 170, you think? Nah, no way.
Too big.
Damn.
150, I think.
Man, I don't know. I can't
yeah,
think.
because like
Spencer, I think, is one of the guys that we have that
Cultural's
competed.
mom was there too.
Yeah, she's
yeah,
always
and she was
there.
talking shit with
Yo,
me. I was like,
she's-
"Yeah, your mom said it. I mean, you know, she got my back." We were just talking hella shit. To
It's
each
so
other.
funny.
It was
Like
great.
Andrew's mom is mad aggressive, but the dad's always like, "Oh, like,
That's
it's so funny." I love it.
crazy.
I love
That's
his
probably
his
me.
folks.
That's
His
me and
folks are the
Eric.
best. His folks are the best.
Yeah,
I
she was
love them.
cool. I was like, "Yo, this your mom?"
Yeah,
Like, she
they're
about to
mad
be my
supportive.
mom.
Yeah, they're mad supportive. That's awesome.
Word.
Yo, super cool. Yo, so do you want to discuss this masterpiece that you put together for me?
Oh yeah. So I think it was when Eric was doing his podcast. I was on the side, sort of sleeping.
Yeah, you were chilling on the driver's seat, and you
all I kept
accidentally
seeing-
she hit the horn with her elbow.
Damn.
It said boop.
It stopped like the whole podcast.
Yo,
There
she
was, like,
she went like this. She was mad embarrassed.
the only thing I really saw was like these
The Space John.
the Space Johns, these cover things, and then the mics. I was like half asleep. I'm like, yo, that's pretty cool. Like this, and I just kept looking around. I'm like, this bus is so cool.
Yeah.
So then we left the podcast. Eric was done, and I was like, man, I want to paint something. And all I kept thinking about was your damn bus. I was
That's
like,
fucking
how
awesome.
really cool. Yeah, so I kind of like started painting this thing.
I'm glad that I could inspire you to do it. Yeah, hold it up.
Yeah, and
hold it
you
up for the
gave us
camera.
some stickers, and I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this one was the funniest. So I was like, yo, what is that? Eric shows me the video.
Yeah.
I was dying. Like, it's my favorite. It's still my favorite.
Yeah,
now.
for sure. Hold it up. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So
Dude,
we got Ron the Bird. You want some fuck? And then we
Yo.
got the bus. Do you want to kind of like talk through it?
I have to.
Yeah.
So like the space obviously is
It's from the seats. I get
seats,
that. That's
you know,
amazing.
this magic school bus there looking thing. You guys were talking about
The guitars.
and
Mhm.
I kind of copied what Eric has, but
What's this
Dope
thing by
ass
your
logo
thumb? Yeah, what
there.
is that?
that's your damn bro.
What?
Should I
That's
put, like,
Sauce Team.
SAS?
Yeah, right? That's what I thought it was. Like, I looked at the Phoenix. I'm like, yeah. Because ours, ours isn't red, though. Like, that's why, like, I'm like, I recognize the
It
design.
kinda is. The outside is red, though, no?
Yeah, I guess.
like-
In the gym, it's like green. I don't know. Maybe the
Are you
original
sure?
one.
Because it is.
The
Yeah,
original
I
one maybe is
copied it
different.
from
I've seen like a T-shirt. Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
then. You're probably right, and
I
we're
did my
probably wrong.
research, bro, my research.
That's fucking dope,
We
yo.
got the Tainos here because, of
Oh,
course,
fuck
we
yeah.
Ricans,
Absolutely.
Who knows about these?
Wepa.
Only the real ones do.
For real.
And obviously
Fuck what you
the
heard.
2 mics that somebody fucked up on.
Nah,
So I
no,
was
you
really-
didn't even fuck up on it.
Yeah,
Because you
but-
were right. She was right. Yo, so if you watch early episodes of the Bardic Inspiration podcast, you will see that I had a blue wristband joint wrapped around my mic because I used to do that because that's my vocal mic for where I perform.
that's
I
the point.
recently pulled it off, though, because I have like a water bottle where I was starting to put, because I started accumulating a bunch of those. I'm like, I need a better place to put all these.
Man.
So I thought, let me throw that one in
No,
where, with
this
that.
is key. This right here is key.
Like,
you
that is
need
attention to detail as fuck.
It is. But anyway, not enough, right?
Oh
Then
my
we got,
goodness.
like, this little guy here,
That's Ron the Burb.
the Burb. Ooh, does it show like the right way, or is it backwards?
No, it looks right. It looks fine.
Word.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's all
Cool.
Gucci.
Yeah, so this is it. And we're trying to do something like this on the side of the bus, so it's going to come out looking dope.
It is. That's super dope. It's going to be super dope. Oh, snap. We got Matt. That's Dank. Magic School Bus. You know, Matt. Oh, yeah. That's fucking awesome. Are you comfortable?
I am.
I like how intimate this is. Like, jujitsu people in here are chilling because we stay
we
like
always,
like
yeah.
entanglement. You know what I mean? Like
This is
I had one guy on here that was
What?
he's like a cop instructor guy, like that does gun stuff. He was huge. He was the biggest dude I had on here.
Oh,
And not
shit.
that he was like a fat dude. He was just like mad stocky and like we were like this, like mad close. And I'm just like, yeah, bro. So
And
like,
knees
I'm like
touching.
this. I'm like, yeah, like
If
we were
you're-
constantly
bro,
like
if
switching
your
the feet
if
to
your
not
knees
touch each other.
You might as well like bang each other.
Yeah.
Start touching knees.
The greasy knees.
Yeah.
Yo, for sure.
My bad.
Yo, so when did you start painting? Like, when did you come up with like a passion to do that?
So you didn't live in Allentown, did you?
Never. I never
No.
lived in Allentown.
Did you hear of like the Bomb School of Art?
No.
No. Damn.
Damn.
So it's like this little school. It's not really a school, but I think it's for like extracurricular.
Like an academy. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
like
yeah.
you after school program type
Mhm.
thing. I was doing that in like elementary and middle school. But it was more like you know the paper mache with like the newspaper where you made like sculpture type things.
Yeah.
It was that kind of like art, and then like clay, and not really painting, but I've always liked painting and never really got into it. So as an adult, I was like, oh, I want to see what I can do with some paint. Did a little bit of YouTube videos to see how like the technique works, and now I just do it on my free time. Actually, I started doing it more so when I got injured. I had like my LCL torn.
Oh, damn.
Hamstring.
How'd that happen?
So let me tell you, funniest shit ever. I do sub-only tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Like that's all. I fuck with the nogi heavy. Leg locks.
Points are for fucking scrubs.
You know, we can argue all day.
Yo, for real.
But I only do IBJJF so that I can do it with Eric and be there with him, because I hate being on the sides. When he's competing, I'm like, oh, I want to fucking, I want to get it. Yeah. So I'll do an IBJJF just to like, help him prepare for it. Like, fuck it. If he's going to start doing the gi, I'm going to throw on the gi. I'm going to do it too, right? So I do fight to win. I go 2-0 same night. Like, that's almost never happens, right? 2 submissions. I got like $700 that night.
Oh,
it was
word?
great. Yeah.
They
so
take
like
care of their people.
they
That's
do.
one
They
thing to say
do. So
about
like
them, for
you,
sure.
it was like 150 if the event it doesn't double, and then 300 if it doubles for one fight if you win by submission, right? If you win by decision, it's like $75. So I did 2 submissions in one night, and then plus like some commission and bonus, like a 10% bonus. It was like $700.
Nice.
It was nice. It was
That
dope.
is really nice.
And then right as I was walking out of the venue, my fucking phone drops, cracks the screen. I was like, there goes my $700
Oh,
bonus. I had to buy a new
man.
phone. I was like, motherfucker.
What? It blew the whole phone
The
up?
whole- yeah, the screen cracked. It was
But you couldn't use it?
no, it went
was-
down.
it
Yeah,
died.
like, it was back with like the LED
like, yeah,
light
the
stuff.
shit was like
Yeah, I
crackly
couldn't even,
and,
like-
unresponsive. You couldn't just take it to repair the screen?
Nah, I just got a whole new phone.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
it.
were just like, fucking.
Yeah. But anyway, so
Is that an Apple phone?
yeah, fucking
All
Apple.
right,
I
Apple
talk
Squad over here.
so
Matt
much
likes them. We were just
Word.
arguing about them on the last podcast.
You don't do app?
I don't.
Wow.
If someone gave me
I
an
thought you were
iPhone, I
cool.
would fuck with. Yeah, I'm fucking cool. What's good with the open source? What you know about that Android OS, yo?
That's
What you
a-
know about that Linux?
I don't,
mobile
because it's like
operating
every
system?
phone's a different. I don't know. They scare me. Those Androids.
Yo, Apple scares me.
I could pull up my like iPhone 3 that I had, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll be the same interface as this one. So like,
Yeah, being Samsung generally keeps their stuff there's different flavors. Like LG keeps their stuff consistent.
oh,
It's just, you know what I mean. You can you
it's
pick.
reliable.
Yeah, I mean, it's
There's a
it's
few times
reliable.
all you gotta do is bitch a little bit at the Apple store, and they'll give you a whole new phone. Like,
For real?
free. Yeah, if you bring in yours, like, oh, it's freezing.
I think that's like some like white privilege stuff right
it
there.
kind of is, you know, America. Anyways,
I heart Apple. Android
Yeet.
is good, but all right, man.
Word.
No one asked
I
you, dog.
heart.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's cool. I like that guy.
Yeah,
That guy's cool.
he's pretty funny. You would have liked him if you watch his podcast. It was very funny. We go over some things.
Definitely gonna watch it now.
Mhm. But
But yeah, so I went to an O.
yeah,
then
well, you blew to LCL though.
let me
Yeah.
let me
Oh,
get
my
there.
bad, my
Let me
beat,
get
my
there,
blunder,
yo.
my bust.
blunder. I do EBI and didn't get hurt there. Went into overtime, lost that. Fuck it. Then right after that, I'm like, I'm on fire. Let's, what's the next John? Eric's like, yo, New York Pro, July. I'm like, all right, 1 month later, I could do that. That's in the gi. Let me just train some gi. It won't hurt. I mean, like, I'm not going to get injured. The gi, no gi. I'm doing sub only.
Old man jujitsu.
Word.
Yeah.
So I'm like, some points. Then, look at the ref, get my points, win.
Look at the ref.
You got
sweep,
that?
right?
Is that's 3? All right, let me start passing.
I ain't gonna move till you give me them 3. Like
Word.
Is that 3 clean seconds that I'm on top right here?
Exactly. It's like, no, it gotta be 4 because like they don't fuck with anybody who's not Portuguese or Brazilian.
For real,
yeah.
yo.
If you're remotely white, like if your last name's white, them are 4 seconds. They're not 3 seconds.
Yo,
you
for
gotta hold
real.
that for 4 because they will not give it to you. So the girl jumps guard on me. Jumps like right on my knees.
Right out the gate.
Yeah.
Damn.
Didn't even like grab my she just jumped, and which is
She
like,
just ran up to you and jumped.
supposedly
fucking spider monkey
you're
shit?
supposed to hold on to the gi and then jump. Like you're
Mhm.
supposed to create contact, not just jump without having contact. But she kind of just spider monkeyed it and jumped right on my knee. My knee hyperextended.
Damn. Like
it was
how?
a-
Like how? What did it do? Show me.
I could pull up a video, I think, but it's so it just went the other way. You know how your knee goes this way?
Yeah. So it
The
went
knee
that way.
The knee goes this. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
So
S-
what ended up happening was my hamstring completely tore, my LCL completely tore, some posterolateral corner injury is what it's called.
Mm.
It took me a while to remember that. But 6 months of physical therapy at an IBJJF in the gi, not leg locks at all. I've never had any injury with any leg locks. Oh, leg locks are dangerous. No, jumping guard is fucking dangerous. Fucking whore.
Yeah.
No, but no. So this chick ended up saying that she won by leg lock.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I called her out. So many of my friends, I love my internet friends.
Yo.
They were like, "Oh, you didn't win by like they were just trashing her. It was crazy."
Just raising up
Yeah,
the fucking league of your
She ended up
trolls.
winning the division.
Wow. By
but
jumping guard and blowing out LCL.
she said that's what I guess. Apparently, that's the thing, So yeah, and then
That's crazy.
I emailed IBJJF and I was like, you should make this illegal. I sent them copies of my MRI. I was like, motherfuckers,
Oh,
give me
man.
my refund on my membership, you expensive ass.
Oh my
So
god.
they
that's funny as
they
shit.
refunded me for Nogi pans because after that I was done. I had signed up. Usually I don't do that, but I had signed up for a few tournaments. I was like, I'm in it. I'm going back in. And
How much is it for like the membership? 'Cause
membership's
you have to pay
like
per individual tournament.
yeah.
otherwise?
So membership's $40 a year. You have to pay that every year. And then
Is there like an initial fee?
no, that's it. That's the
Okay.
that's the fee. You would think so. Like if you're a member, you'll get like a discount on either going into a tournament, like as a spectator. Like say I have my membership right for a year, and Eric does a tournament, and I want to go watch. As
That
a
should
member,
hook-
you
that
would
should
think
hook you up.
yeah, you would think as a member that I'm paying every year, I could go into this tournament and watch it for free because I'm not competing, but I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
No,
and
you
I'm
got
supporting it because I'm a member.
$15. Yeah, no, you got it.
What?
Yep.
Why don't they just up it to 50 and just hook you up with that spectator shit?
I'm saying, or just like raw dog somebody because that's what they're doing to everyone, right?
For real.
Yeah, they're making
With
money.
the shaft. You gotta hit him with that. You got that mad dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get spats like that, man.
Yo, for
it
sure.
said mad dog. Like, yeah. But
That's awesome.
so yeah, IBJJF's expensive, but they gave me a refund. They said sorry. That's it. Then I was
How
out
much
for-
is the? I never did one of those. How much is it per tournament if you
So
pay a la carte?
every year? I think it goes up by maybe like $5 or like every couple years. But this year is like $115 early
so why
registration.
don't you just do the $40 John right
No,
out the gate?
so that's just a membership. Like you have to pay that regardless.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah, so you pay
That's
that
whack.
regardless. And then so it's $115 early registration, $126 late, and then the pros are like $150. Think about that. All these local tournaments that are like $75.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
it's worth it. Like you get
paid though if you win.
the pros, just pros.
Oh, that's
And you got to win absolute.
ooh.
It's fucked up.
Ugh.
All the money goes to the black belts. They do like these
Yeah.
grand slams, or not grand slams, it's like grand prix, and they'll get like 10K, 20K, 50K
Damn, I don't
for
know.
these black belts that
I
like,
gotta go to one of their events and like witness it.
you should
I
'cause,
gotta
like,
I
it's
gotta
so
I gotta be
organized.
in there. I gotta be in there and vibe it out before I can like judge them.
The level of jiu-jitsu that you see there is insane.
Yeah.
Like you start to think, damn, this is crazy. It's pretty good. Like it's worth
like
it.
everything that's like the cutting edge of different techniques is
Hell
being
yeah,
showcased.
hell yeah. And it's like if you see that kind of jiu-jitsu, like it's like, damn, I got a lot to fucking catch up with, you know.
Mhm.
And then you wonder why they're not doing sub only, because they're good at their rule set. They're so good. You're like, man, I wonder how he would do in sub only. Then you see these sub only guys who are like, fuck IBJJF, but they will not last in a IBJJF, you know.
Mhm.
Me included.
Man.
I barely make it out alive at IBJJFs, but sub only is my shit. It's hard to train both. It's kind of impossible, but people do it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So I have a fight coming up. Do you have any advice you can give me?
What kind of fight? What's the rules?
It's a super fight. It's blue belt level because
Word.
I'm a blue belt scrub right now. You know what I mean?
You're good. I rolled with you.
Yeah.
You're pretty tough.
Yeah.
You
I have a good
surprised me. I
coach.
thought you were like some hobbyist.
No,
or
man,
something,
some
and I'm like,
hobbyist, yo. I take every one of my passions seriously, and
Yeah.
I love violent hugging. It's like my favorite.
yeah,
sport.
no, because you're so chill, and you're like, yeah, I do. I fuck with jujitsu, and I'm like, yeah, let's roll. Like, I'm gonna get something. I didn't get shit on you. I was like,
well, the first time I wish we would have rolled on Friday.
I
'cause
know.
I was
me
gonna-
Too.
I rolled with Eric. Oh my god, like
he fucked you up, huh?
No, he didn't.
Oh!
We were both mad
Yo.
greasy. Yeah, get your man. But we were just so greasy. I'm like, bro, I can't grab
Yeah,
any
that's
part
how
of
it was
you.
with Mike.
Like, to save my life, I couldn't grab his wrist. Like, and I was like, oh, because I had him at one time pinned down, and he wouldn't let me get it. I'm like, bro, I'm so impressed with your strength for it. How much does he weigh?
125.
That's crazy. His level of
Yeah.
strength for that weight is like,
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
the most he'll get to with like trying to gain weight is like 129, 130.
that's crazy.
I know it's annoying because I'm like, you know what I would do to try to get to that weight?
Oh my god.
I'm like, I can't. Like, I will get to 130, and like, I don't like cutting weight. I don't like starving.
I have to, right? And dude, with the Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
oh my
so that's what I'm
God,
saying,
bro.
like, I had
Miserable.
to. So for Nogi Worlds, like, I have to get down to 135, which is nothing. Like that. That's kind of almost borderline my walking weight. But if I wanted to do like the one below, because I'm in the middle and I hate cutting weight, so I'll stay.
Yeah.
I'll
You'll-
stay on
you'll
my
eat
fats.
more,
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not cutting those 5 pounds to get to 125.
Well, it's harder too. Like the lighter you are, that's way more significant.
It is.
Like 5 pounds to me ain't shit.
No,
like it is
you'll
to
shit
you.
that shit out.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's annoying. Like, guys too. Like, just in general, like girls, we retain water, or like TMI, but our periods will throw us the fuck off. Like,
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
and that adds 3 pounds for that week. I'm like, if I get it during fight week, that happened to me once. I got it on fight week, and I hit up Amanda. I was like, yo, I know you're a female and you do MMA, and she cuts a lot of weight. She's like queen of like knowing how to diet, exercise. When we did EBI together, it wasn't like we didn't go together, but we were there. I saw her running on a treadmill, had a sauna suit on, some like
The trash bag
everything.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was, and then the puddle that was like just kind of like squirting off of the treadmill was all her sweat. And if I would have sweated that much, I probably would have passed out. Like, she was just getting it, just going like nice and slow and just jogging. And I'm here just doing like leg presses, and I'm looking at her like, yo, this bitch wants it way more than me.
Yo.
I'm like, this, like, and it's crazy because she's bigger. She's like taller. She's just built bigger than most 135s. And I only did it to kind of stay in shape because there was no gym to train at, going to that gym. And I'm like, damn, how did she get to 135? She's like easily 160. And she did, no problem. She weighed in. She looked jacked. It was like crazy. So I was like, I remember she'd cut weight. Yeah. Let me know how you do this because I have these 3 pounds that are not coming off. Man. And she helped me out a lot. She was like, yo, how's your weight today? Like,
like she was on the daily.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you end up doing? Like,
I did an Epsom salt bath. You rub a little bit of oil on your, or not oil, alcohol on your skin to open up the pores. When you go into a hot Epsom salt bath, the Epsom salt like takes out, it's sodium, so it'll take out all your salt and all, like, it'll deplete you of water. Like, you'll sit up, and you have to kind of sit up first for a few seconds and then stand up because you'll like pass out. That's crazy. Yeah, but it works. I got like 4 pounds off. Wow. Yeah, I was under. I was like, fuck, I'm pissed. I didn't have to do all this, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, the first time I cut it, I remember I just went in the night before. I was like still like a pound. I was like 2 or 3 pounds over. I'm like, fuck. So like for the grappling industries one I did like earlier this year before I fucked my foot up.
Oh damn.
And yeah, I did what I did that night is I was going into the sauna. And, like, whatever water I drank, like, that morning before I trained Jiujitsu, like, that was it. And then I weighed in at Jiujitsu, and I was still, like, a few pounds over. And I'm like, fuck.
Some scales are a little different.
That one's pretty accurate, though. Yeah. Like Andrew says, like, yo, that one's pretty straight and true. Like, it's tried and true because he competes every fucking week.
Yeah, I would trust it, too.
Yeah. So I remember after that, I went in the sauna, and I just fucking sat in there until, like, because you can only sit in a sauna for, like, so many minutes. So like I went as long as I could, and then I had a bottle of water, and I would dump it on my head just to keep myself from passing out. And I would walk outside and just get my breath back up.
I can't do it. For some reason, saunas, I just can't do them. Like, I'll do them for a little bit.
It helps to have like the music, or like I was listening to David Goggins, and the whole time he was just like, "Don't be a fucking bitch, stay hard." And then I just like, I just stayed hard like, for like 10 minutes at a time.
Out of my ears. I'm just gonna fucking do it.
And then I fucking weighed myself. I was like 2 pounds under. I'm like chilling.
Yeah.
So then I went to bed.
Have that sip of water.
Yeah.
You always wake up the next day a pound under too. Like, yeah. Because when you sleep, like your body, I don't know if it goes into like this burning, like the last. For some reason, every time I go to sleep, I wake up the next day like half a pound to a pound under, and I think it's because like you pee right away, and then your body goes into like a resting, like recovery mode. Yeah. I don't know.
And then like if you think about it, like I'm just thinking, I'm not a fucking doctor or a physicist or any of this shit.
Disclaimer.
Yo, for sure. But I'm thinking like when you eat, right? And when you inhale, that's oxygen, and when you exhale, it's carbon dioxide. That carbon comes from what you're eating.
Right.
Like, you're breaking that shit down, and that's actually coming out.
The gases.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, maybe, like, you're doing whatever digestive work you need on that last, piece of duty.
Yeah, because, like, your body doesn't stop digesting. Yeah. You know, it's a constant. And since you're, like, fasting for those 8 hours that you sleep, you're, like, something.
And I never sweat when I sleep. Like, I know some people have that problem.
Yo, Eric sweats.
Yeah.
Eric turns into a sauna, like, or...
So he's the best to cuddle with in the winter time.
It's great. I always cuddle him. I call him the furnace. But he'll sweat. Like, his pillow will be soaked. And I'm like, maybe that's, I don't know, there's something about him where he could eat everything in the world and not gain weight. I'm like, now that you're saying that, I'm like, maybe he's just, like, hyper.
Processing it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but lucky bastard.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yo, so, like, any advice you can give me on this upcoming fight?
Yeah.
It's at blue belt level with no gi. I'm pretty sure it is points. It's a point fight.
What is it, UGC?
Yeah.
So I think it's like, what is it, 3 rounds?
Just one.
1 round.
You're thinking of Submission Arena, which I don't even want to get into right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Did Eric tell you? Wait.
Maybe we should talk offline. I don't know if I want to throw this out there.
Damn.
I'll just say that there was a meltdown in a group chat that
Oh,
was
okay.
about that.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
in that
caught
group
up.
chat,
You're caught up.
and Eric was trolling, and
Eric's
shame
such
on
a
you,
troll.
Eric.
He's like
as
the
funny
biggest...
as some of the shit was. It was like this is the formula, right? Tragedy plus time equals comedy. He missed the time.
Yo, he misses the time all the time. Like, there is no time. It's like tragedy, comedy. Let's
like,
go.
Oh shit, there's a meme for this right now. I need to get the jump on this shit.
Somebody gets shot, it will be like, meme.
Yo, that's fucked up.
But no, I think they did have like a 3-round sort of deal. I swear it was.
Not this one. This time it's like one
Jeez.
super fight, it's 1 round. I think I don't want to say 5 minutes, but I think it's like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. It's short.
And what's legal, what's not?
Fucking pretty sure it's like street rules.
Pretty sure?
Yeah.
You don't even know? Yo, that will terrify me. I gotta know the rules.
Well, like, I know what I know. Like, this is what I do. Like, when I'm in the gym and I'm like doing some shit and I get a submission and then like someone's like, damn, really? I'll go, Andrew, is that legal for my fight coming up?
Okay,
and he's like, what'd you do? And then I break it down. I'm like, I read the
Andrew.
knee in this direction. He's like, I don't think at your level that one's legal. It's like, damn, I gotta fucking do a calf slicer from here instead. Damn it.
You're lucky.
Yeah,
That's
Andrew
cool.
competes like every week. So like
And
it's
this
so
is
cool to have a
first-
coach like that.
Yeah, and
that-
he does like every tournament.
Yeah, so
like,
he knows every fucking rule set, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
That's
that's why I
cool.
just ask him, and it, like if
Andrew's
I'm doing some
clutch.
shit from here, he's like, instead of that, try this, and I'm like, oh, word.
That's dope.
Like, and so it's like a mini class at the same time.
And it's your first or your first super fight in a while since the beginning of this year.
I think this is gonna be my first super fight. Really.
Ever.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you feel?
Wow.
What the fuck?
How do I feel? I feel ready. I mean,
Yeah.
it's another blue belt, you know? Like, I roll with purple
Just
belts.
another blue
Yeah,
belt.
I mean-
Word. That's the mentality to have.
Yeah.
Honestly,
for
I hate,
real, and you need to have that mentality.
I kind of hate when people say just have fun, like, cause I don't
Nah,
have fun.
it's
I
not
want to
about
win.
fun. It's about like I'm
Yeah,
going to
I
war.
wanna- yeah.
like, for sure. And this is like going back to what we were saying about I don't want to know the guy I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Like someone did research on the guy I'm fighting, and they were like, "Oh, you know, he's a striking coach." I'm like, I don't give a shit, bro.
Womp.
It's a jujitsu fight.
Right.
Like, and I don't even want to know anything besides his name. Like, I don't even like looking at the picture.
Nah.
Like, I don't even want to know anything about him. Like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna work. That's
word.
it. That's
word. It's gonna be your game. So
Yeah.
my advice.
Because the more I think about him,
You
is-
start playing
yeah,
his game. Like, you're
yeah.
like, oh, he strikes, so he must be strong.
Yeah.
Or, like, some stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't worried about none of that. You can't do
but-
that either. Like me,
yeah.
because I'm an empath. Like, I stay putting myself in people's shoes. That's why, like, I'm similar to you. Like, I don't
That's
want to
what
fight
it
someone. I don't want to fight someone I know, because it's gonna be like, damn, bro, if I get you in a heel hook, you better tap
You're
quick,
gonna-
because I don't want to
know,
crank on you,
that's
bro. Like, don't make me
exactly
do this
it.
shit to you,
That's
bro.
exactly it.
Yeah.
I'm such like a people person that I
Yeah.
don't like it. But nah, go to war. Like this is your fight. Like
Mhm.
so what helped me last match, which I've been having issues with, is not being aggressive and not like having that dog eats dog world, you know, like
Mhm.
mentality
Yeah,
where it's
100%.
like I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go out there and try my best. No, you're not going to try. You're going to fucking do your best. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And I'm done being like that passive kind of like, all right, if I see a leg, I'm going to get it. Nah, I'm taking
Hunting
that.
for that
I'm
fucking
taking
leg
it.
now,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it's not, I'm not doing that anymore. So yeah, stay aggressive, play your game. Like if you're first, then you're winning. Like you got to be first because like if you're just defending, playing his game, like he's getting his grips, then the whole time you're going to be behind. So you want to always be first and always play your game. Don't switch it up for nobody. Even it's one fight. Like your technique should be yours, not like, oh, well, he's a guard player, so I'm going to play top. No. Like if you're a guard player too, I guess we're double guard pull. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like then you force your guard.
Yeah.
It's like there's not much to really give advice because like it's weird. Jiu-jitsu is such a team sport because like you need your teammates to like get
Yeah.
you better.
Yeah.
But then when you're out there, it's just
yeah,
you. Like we're
100%.
like, all right, good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Everything we
Like
worked
there's a
on.
little bit of coaching on
Here
the
you
side
go.
that's
but
all you get.
a lot
yeah.
of times you don't even hear them. Like
I'm pretty good at that actually. Like,
Yeah.
just cause like
I'll
don't
hear it
know.
too, but
Yeah.
I'll look at them like, nah, that ain't gonna work right now.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll hear them.
Oh
clear.
yeah, well that's literally what I do. Like I'll filter it out till I'm like I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Or like or if I'm in a super like undominant position, they're like, yo, you need to get out, watch this specific thing, like grab the leg there. I'm like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
This isn't what I usually do. Oh shit, this worked. Because you're a black belt and you fucking know. You know what I mean?
That saved me a lot. Like some people will see stuff
Coaching
that I don't see.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so you need to be able to do that. I think like being a musician that helps because I'm good at hearing like the different instruments that are going on while I'm playing. You know what I mean? So I can hear the cues and I can hear like, damn, you fucked that up, bro. Like you know, no one out there knows.
Nobody else.
You fucking hit the wrong ass note
yeah,
right
you gotta
there.
stay focused too, like, cause I'm gonna fuck up too now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so like listen to your coaches, but also like do your thing. It's, I don't know, I'll hear it and I'll listen until I can't do it, and I'm like, it's not gonna work. Like Eric, the one time was coaching me. He's like, "Go! What are you waiting for? A move?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna work this technique really slow, and I got this." And I can't really tell him that while I'm grappling.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, yeah, let me just chill here. He could keep screaming at me. I don't care.
Yeah.
But alright, someone's calling.
Yeah, I don't even know that number.
Damn.
Mr. Popular. I'm sorry.
I know all the time. Look at that.
Yeah. It's
But-
I'm I have like fingers in so many disciplines. You don't even know.
You do. That's why. This is why I only stick to jujitsu. Because like
Yeah.
if I tried anything else, like the times that I paint, it's when I'm fed up with jujitsu, I'm injured, or like I'm really fucking high. Where I'm like, I'm like, I got this. I'm like, where's my camera?
Yeah, I gotta create this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Word,
No,
but
100%.
Any other thing, I'm like, my friends, that's another thing. I lost a lot of friends starting jiu-jitsu because like we start not having anything in common anymore. Like all my girlfriends like going out and day drinking. I'm like, you know how I'm gonna feel the next day when I want to go train?
Roll,
yeah, it just don't work anymore. Like I have such a different mindset, different lifestyle. Everything's just jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. No, I'm with that 100%. It for me, becoming what I am with all the disciplines that I do, what works for me is having really low maintenance friends.
Yeah.
Like friends that are just like, oh
those
yeah,
are the only ones who survive.
Yeah, because if I need to hit you up every day and you're not really doing it, hitting me up, like it's gonna be like, dude, like, I'm busy. Like I'm chasing 40 fucking things right now.
Word.
Like,
well, so I have.
So yeah, those friends were that like you can hit them up like out of the blue, like yo, I'm going to the beach like this weekend. You in?
Let's
like
go.
yo, I haven't seen you in 6 months. Let's fucking go.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So I literally have only 2 friends. Like outside of all my friends are jujitsu friends, and like we'll hang out after jujitsu maybe once or twice, whatever. But my actual friends that don't train, well, one of them she trains casually. One of them just moved to New York. The other one lives in Jersey. It was closer when I lived in PA, so I would always visit. But we don't see each other for like a whole 3 months, and we have to like all plan like, all right, well, this is a weekend. Does it work for you? Yeah, it works for you. We're all staying together, you know. And it's like any other time, like she'll hit me up, or we'll be in a group chat and they'll ask a question. 3 days later, I'll respond, and they know it's fine because it's like we all are super busy. Like, and we'll say like, Happy Thanksgiving, and then that's it. But like, I can trust them more than anybody who I talk to every day because like they understand. Like we're adults, we're not kids like in high school where it's like, let's meet up at your house every day and just sit down and do nothing. So all my friends who will be like, oh, you never have time for me. It's like, yeah, because I'm actually doing, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm
it's like,
sorry.
damn, like come out and watch one of my fights so we can
and
get a drink
don't.
after that.
That's what,
Yo,
the thing
for
is
real.
that they don't like.
Meet me halfway,
my
motherfucker.
family too, they'll be like, oh, congrats, I want to watch you fight. I'll be like, yeah, well, my next one's next month, trying to buy a ticket, and they're like, crickets.
Yes,
I'm like
red.
Right. Yeah, if you really want to support, man, you'll support. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And my friends always do. Like they'll buy tickets off of me all the time. Those 2 friends. One of them, she'll drag all her other friends with her, and I'm like,
that's
dude,
awesome.
You got me 10 tickets. Thank you.
Yo, for real, that's a real one right there.
For
you need
real.
to hang on to those.
Twee.
Yeah.
Twee. I hope you're watching.
Yo, for sure. Share it to her later. Shout out.
For reals.
But yeah, so can you kind of give me like your background? How did you find jiu-jitsu?
So, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm okay saying it now. I was once married. I know, this pretty little face. I'm old as shit.
Nah, you know, like when you told me how old you were, I was like, get the fuck
I
out of here, bro.
I didn't want to tell you either. Eric loves telling people how old I am. Fucking asshole. But yeah, no. I'm 28. I got married at 18. Guy was in the military. I wanted to get out of my mom's house.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that, you know. 5 years later, it didn't work. Moved out over here. Kind of went into that like depressing phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Starting
you're
over.
lost,
Yeah, like
100%.
I had to come back to shitty ass Allentown. You know, I fucking hated it over there. But yeah, I was partying. I had these friends that I would go out like from like Wednesday to Sunday night, like going
just
out.
Get bombed.
Hell yeah, that's all I did.
That was your hobby.
That was the shit, you know? And at the time, maybe I needed it. I like to think like way outside of like, maybe I needed that. I needed it. Cause like I got married at 18. I didn't celebrate my 21st birthday. I didn't do anything. I didn't go to college. So like I didn't have that like to go out, find myself type shit.
Yeah.
And then,
especially in this day and age when you see it all over social media,
dude, you want to catch up.
You
like,
gotta,
especially when, like, right now with jujitsu. So I'm doing jujitsu, and I see my friends that are going out. I'm like, man, I miss going out. Like, you know, they're going out to fucking Aruba and all this shit, and I'm like scrapping up money for the next Nogi World. Yeah. All my money is going to jujitsu while these bitches have money to go out and travel and do their shit.
Yeah, but what age is better? You know what I mean?
I'm saying, like, I'm a lot more healthier. Yeah. I'm in a better state of mind.
Yeah,
you know,
like your day to day is way more.
Yeah, they're
stable.
Out here smoking hookahs and getting fucking pneumonia and shit. You know what I mean?
Black lung and shit.
For real, that shit's real.
It is.
Fucking sound like horses.
Yo.
Anyways,
what's going on, Jess? I heard you got a fight this weekend.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, man. But so then one of my friends was like, yo, you gotta do something. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll get there. It took like a few weeks. Finally, I went to like a no-gi because I didn't have gi. And it was like, I'm not doing one of the ones where you have those kimonos. He's like, nah, there's a no-gi class at Zombie. I don't know if you know Zombie.
Yeah, Zombie.
Yeah.
I have a good friend that
That's
goes
where
there.
I started. So it was
crazy.
It was
Small
a wrestling
world,
class.
shit.
I know.
What made you like? Who got you in though? Like, what made you decide like, oh, I need to beat people up? Like, that's my next thing.
It wasn't. It was more just to like get in shape. It wasn't even like
so you thought it was like a kickboxing class
kind
of shit.
I was just like, you know, he always posted pictures of like sweating and like looking like they're having a good workout.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I see.
I
feel you.
I'll learn, you know, how to defend myself while I'm working out. It's like you sold me. That's a 2-in-1 deal. Like, let me just start fighting, you know. But no, I got my ass kicked. It was so. I was like, damn, this is hard. But I loved it. It was like, wow. I've never did any sport like growing up.
Yeah.
I was a fat kid.
Yeah.
You know, like I was not athletic. I think
about it made? Because some people like I've seen so many girls in and out of the gym where like they'll come one time and they're like, oh my god, they're sweating, my boobs hurt. Or whatever, you know?
Yeah. So
like what about you was hardened enough to handle like whatever you were going through? Was it just where your head was at?
Bro,
like, I need a challenge.
Yeah.
Like,
So I mean, I've been through a lot of shit. Like I mean, abusive relationship, like on some going to jail type shit. Yeah, like. Where I needed protection orders.
Damn.
Yeah, and so like not to say that's what, because I don't really like, that's so cheesy to be like that, because that was when I was in high school, like that was, you know, whatever. But the fact that the guys didn't treat me any differently, like they didn't like there were girls that were right next to me like, I can't, and I was just like, this dumb bitch, you know, like it was just the fact that they didn't treat me any different, that I was like one of the guys.
It was just real, like it felt real.
I got fucked up. Like I got really like taken down 3 or 4 times in one round. I'm like, all right, how do you do? I needed, I really did. It was a wrestling no-gi class.
Oh yeah.
And then I did it once where I was like, I took someone down. I was like, yo, this is so cool. I want to do this. And so I went through like a...
Because you got dumped and then you got to inflict that
and
damage.
I was like, I'm on top.
The power trip.
It really,
I love it.
That was it. And so I did like a month trial thing and I was like, that's it. I'm sold. Let's do it. Yeah.
So you started as Zombie.
I started as Zombie. And I did my first tournament at like 5 or 6 months, and then after
How'd you do?
so I lost my first. I lost in the gi, and then no gi I won.
Oh,
Yeah,
word,
I don't know. I
word.
think it was like we were meant to be, me and the no gi, because I was just naturally better at it. I got like a triangle in one of them. It was really cool, but it was a new breed. And then after that, mind you, that gym, I don't know if you know too much about them, but they don't compete. Like they're
At
not a
Zombie,
competitive.
They don't
yeah,
go out.
no.
Yeah. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
I know a couple people that are in and out of there. There was actually one guy there from like one of my Smash tournaments at the 10th Planet Open Mat.
Really?
I'm like, yo, I didn't know you fucking did jujitsu.
Dude, it's such a
Yeah.
small world. I
Yeah.
fucking love it. That's how I met Eric too. Like,
Yeah.
because Zombie is part of RMNU, and so is
Oh,
Eric.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So at that Newbury, I have a picture where I have like my 2 medals. Eric has like 10. And because he did like kids division and adults. I didn't even know him. He sat right next to me, and we're in this group RMNU picture from like 2 schools affiliated together, whatever. And
So
he
it was
looks
his Delaware school and yours.
in Philly.
Oh.
It was a new breed Philly, and so I drove.
Oh,
from
like the
Zombie.
tournament was
yeah,
there. Yeah.
I
Okay,
drove
okay.
from Zombie. He drove from Delaware, and a bunch of his teammates did it. A few of mine did it. Have a picture together. Doesn't even look like him. I have braids. I'm like, we don't look. Anyway. So then, like, I did a grappling industries and a IBJJF at white belt. And I'm like, I want to do everything. Anything I saw, like a flyer they used to mail in, all right, I'm doing that one. Like, they don't even send flyers anymore. It's crazy. But then I saw Eric again at another new breed where he had to he had to borrow my pants. And I was like, this guy's kind of cute. I'm like,
He had to borrow your pants?
He had to borrow my pants. They were pink. They had like pink because he forgot his gi pants.
That's awesome.
It was weird. And at first I was like, no, I don't have no pants. Like, I didn't want to give it to him. Then somebody's like, oh, that guy's from RMNU. I was like, oh, all right. Here you go. But so that's when we started following each other on social
gram.
media. Yeah. But so it was because I went to Zombie, and then he would be like, oh, so how's Zombie? I want to visit. And I'm like, yeah, I want to visit you. So like after that, I started wanting to compete more. I saw he was competing. We're like pushing each other as friends. We weren't dating. And then I noticed that like I wasn't getting the right training at Zombie because they were all like more gi. They had like one no gi class, and I wanted to do sub only. Yeah. I was a white belt wanting to do sub only. Like, and this is 2015.
It's important to know like where you are, like where your path is, because I prefer no gi.
The cool
but
thing about
I like gi. But I hated gi in the beginning because I did a lot. Like I wrestled before, and I never fucked with like I love gi. Cause like fucking Goku and fucking Dragon Ball Z and shit, and like fucking Hadouken. Like these guys got me wanting to try gi out. So I'm like, but then once everyone started fucking getting me with these dumb grips and I can't throw a fucking fireball, I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
Where's my Kamehameha?
Yeah, for real, bro. Like because I couldn't. I feel like the learning curve for gi is way bigger.
Oh my god, there's so many like.
Because everything's a grip.
It is.
So you have infinite possibilities.
And then, like, your lapels, that's like a limb. Yo. Like, they can use that around their leg. That's a whole limb.
Yeah.
They can grab your lapel and you're stuck, Not only do you got to worry about your sleeve, you got to worry about this shit and your pant grip. I'm like, fuck this. But, yeah, so I switched to Padilla's after that because I wanted to train sub-only, and he just moved into Allentown, and I was like, yo, I'm hitting this shit up. And then like I left with no hard feelings. Like I like to pride myself in being friends with everybody. Yeah. So like if it doesn't work out, like cool.
Let's just be adults about
right,
the whole
I'm
thing.
like,
it's
hey,
like, look, this is where my passion lies. Like, no offense to you guys. Like, I love it here. I love you guys. But this is where my journey is.
There's a lot of people who are like, oh, you're a traitor, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, no. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, you're not there during my tournament competition. You know what I mean? So, like, you have no idea. I have a vision.
Take that shit with a grain of salt.
Right.
100%.
And you're not in it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, now they're fucking cool. Like, Padilla and Jeremy, the owners of both Zombie and Padilla BJJ, like, I'm like, damn, why couldn't they be cool when I was at Padilla's? I eventually moved with Eric, but so yeah, I'm cool with everyone now. I'm cool with Padilla. He was like really happy for me moving.
Yeah.
He helped me out with EBI right before I moved. And then even now, like, I'll go to his gym. I don't pay mat fees, you know. I like to think I'm the queen of Padilla BJJ still. I'm like the worst student there. He hates me.
Yo, for real?
I complain about everything.
Oh,
I'm like,
why?
this
What do you
don't
mean?
work for me. Like, why am I getting subbed all the time? He's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I'll start crying if he goes too hard.
Oh, my God.
But, like, he always goes hard because he knows I could take it. Like, Padilla is just really cool.
We have a girl in our gym, like the only consistent female at our gym right now, and she's like a 16-year-old girl. Dude, and
I wish I started at 16, man.
Who are you telling? Who are you telling? Oh my God.
Damn,
but yo, she's a little killer. Like, yo, like I remember rolling with her the other day because I like her a lot. Like, she's a cool person. Like,
yeah,
cause she's one of the dudes. Exactly.
Yeah, she gets it.
Like, so I don't treat her like she's a blue belt too, but I don't treat her like I treat like other people that I can outstrength. Because it's just like, yeah, Nicole, like I know we could leg lock each other and it can get dirty. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yo, like the other day, like I could not heel hook her because her feet are weird.
They're
yeah.
small.
I'm
and
like, what the fuck? Like I'm
have
legit
Gumby.
trying
They
this
have
shit.
like no lit. It's crazy. Like they can't.
Yeah.
I'll like hyperextend something. Like like one of my toughest rolls is a 14-year-old boy who's like a green belt at our gym at Elite in Delaware, and he fucks me up. He triangles me like it's like he with Eric for some reason I do just a little bit better because like it's more technical. But this kid does not stop going. Like that 14-year-old will keep like he's never tired.
That tank, man.
I'll have his arm extended and it'll be like hyperextend. He's not tapped. I'm like more, and then he'll just get right out of it. I'm like, this is tough. Like I don't know, but. Yeah, if I would have started back then, it would have been over for everyone.
Yo, for real. Black belt Jess coming through.
Yeah,
well, we got the purple belt right here. You know what I mean? Right there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, right there.
Boom.
Well, if you go into the Pentagon, oh, I'm like fucking.
You're fucked up.
But you can like you can see your hand in there. You see?
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's a little darker. I
That's
did a little bit of fancy editing on that just for Jess.
That's cool.
So now you can like put your legs like you're wearing the purple belt.
Yo, I'm about to like get on my knees.
Yeah. Move these fucking mics.
Move everything. Just like move the camera.
That's funny. No, so that's epic. Let me ask you. So then you moved down with Eric, and then you guys just train really consistently. And you feel like that helped you grow a lot too?
No, I feel like that kind of slowed me down.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and like actually,
explain yourself.
One of my opponents called me out on it too. Like she was like, "Oh, ever since you left Padilla's, like you got softer." And I'm like, "You fucking bitch!" I hate her. I hate her. Ugh.
Oh shit, that's funny.
No, but it's kind of true. Like. Maybe it's, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe it's because we train too much together, Eric and I. But when I train by myself at a gym anywhere, I train harder. I won't take rounds off. When Eric's around, I'm like, I don't know. It's like I don't train as hard as I do when I'm by myself and like
in a new space or something.
Yeah, or something where it's like even at our gym, if he's not around, I'll train really hard. When he's around,
weird.
I know. When he's around, I'll have to see what he's doing. We'll sit down and talk. It's just like we're hanging out, you know?
I guess I see where you're coming from.
It's weird.
I guess it's because it's a relationship. Because I'm like trying to think, like, man, I go way extra harder when I'm in my own gym. Because like when I go to 10th Planet, I'm like the open mat. I'm way more respectful. Like I'm like I remember like the one guy I was rolling with, like I fell back for an ankle and then like I didn't have it, so I just let it go. Bro. Like I'm not gonna dig ass for it.
Guess.
Like no, I guess.
He would.
Yeah.
No, I go harder at other gyms than I do at my own. It's weird. Like,
I play way more defensive. Like almost like I kind of want to gauge you out.
I guess.
Like cause I shouldn't like I'm a little different now because like the first time I rolled with Eric, and he caught me with that no-gi baseball bat.
Oh,
in my
was
gym.
it was from bottom out, or like were you on side
He
control?
just came in like I thought he was going for a collar tie, and he just came in and fell to. I'm like, you dirty little prick, bro.
That's all he does lately.
I love it. It's so good. I love it.
I hate rolling with him now.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like we just get into these like stalemates, and then he'll always submit me. It's the worst.
Well, that shit's mad funny. Like the way he came in with it, like you don't understand. Like you gotta ask Zach Edwards. Like every time we do some like no-gi baseball bat choke class, I'm like, that shit don't work on me, bro. And bro, like the one day, all the black belts, brown belts, and purple belts were hunting for it on me.
They got it?
Yeah. Well, what happened? Zach Edwards eventually got it. Because, like, he tricked me with my foot, and I, like, put my head, like, no, get off my foot. And then he fucking went for it.
Dude, so, like...
I never tap to that shit, though. Like, unless you're hunting for it and you're way better than me, I'm not fucking tapping it at.
You heard that.
Eric, you got it, though.
You heard that.
Kudos, sir.
Yo, so
Kudos.
He started, like, manipulating it now, because JM from 10th Planet Bethlehem... Shout out to JM.
Yo,
cool guy.
Solid dudes, both. Him and Zach, great guys.
He showed Eric some like, and I keep mentioning it because I think it's the coolest fucking shit, and it's probably old to them but new to me. So instead of going in for like that kind of grip to do the choke here, mind you, guys, don't make fun of me, but I am not good at any kind of chokes like. Darce, like anacondas, none of that. You'll never see me going for them because I just don't do them. So he used to finish it like this, but then JM showed him to do like an S grip.
Yeah, he showed me that shit.
Yeah, and then he hit it. He hit it at finishers, the last finisher.
What the fuck? He showed me though. It's
some
like
bullshit.
It's some really dumb
I know.
shit like
I'm
this.
like, I don't know.
And it hurts to do. Like if you're not used to it.
No, for them, it like I don't think it's that hard. Like we just
my
don't
own
get
hands,
it.
It sucks. I don't like it.
I don't
like
know.
the grip works as fuck. Someone showed me some shit.
It's a S grip.
There's one where I don't know. Maybe Matt DeVore showed me this shit, but he interlaces like thumbs like this.
Yeah. Bro,
that shit works on something specific. I can't remember what the fuck he was showing me.
Really?
I'd have to roll to remember. Like, I'd have to get you in the move, and then I'd be like, oh, yeah, it is where it works.
Yeah, because the only thing I can do really is like...
Because it don't rotate. Like here you can
chokes.
kind of rotate. Like here, that shit don't move.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my jam.
Once you start doing it, let me know.
Oh, that one. I don't know. I gotta.
Is it too?
It's one of those things where like I need
you
to be on the mat.
It.
I gotta be on the mat. I can't
what
talk.
Can't.
Yoda right there.
R.I.P.
But I had to. They're right there. Chill.
I thought we were gonna start like doing leg locks and shit.
Yo, we can do it right here. We just fucking move this shit right now. It's like show me your best in leg entanglement right now.
No, but so he started doing that now, and he catches me with it all the time, and he hit it at finishers. The other guy's really hard to tap, so like, it didn't work. But Juliana Fonseca, she got a really good picture of the grip. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh no!
There's a picture.
Pull it up.
Yo, so Juliana, if anybody ever wants pictures done, like because you could see a lot of photographers who take pictures at like these events, but if you don't train, you don't know what you're looking for. You're just taking pictures of some guy like
oh, look neat.
Yeah,
look at the lighting here.
She gets it.
Yeah, she's
so,
digging
like,
in for the action shot.
Right.
Yeah.
She could anticipate where you're going and take it when you need. You know what I mean? Like
I've seen her work. She used to do it for Sub Arena a couple times.
Yeah,
actually.
her pictures are just like
very talented.
Bomb.
Shout out. I'm gonna steal another one.
Word while you're doing that, I'm gonna go on Eric's. Maybe it's on here. I forget the signal here is trash.
It is.
Damn.
But I I don't know.
Finisher sub only. Yeah, I just like I know we're getting like too far into this grip, but it's if I could get it, I want to learn this shit. I'm so hype about it. Like.
Well, even like at the 10th Planet Open map,
boom.
John Lyons was even saying like, yeah, I see. He's coming in here and then flipping this one.
Yeah, but once you get here, you just collapse the elbows and it makes it so tight.
Dumb.
I don't know, but like so it's like a variation to that like necktie Darce looking thing. I don't even know what that shit's called. It's dope. But Juliana got a really good picture, and you.
I don't understand how strong Eric is. Like, for his size, he's
Yo,
a powerful little bastard.
He really is. Like, and they're like,
I love
oh,
it.
he's really fast. No, he's fucking strong too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's like all technical shit.
He's mad good. So, yo, I'm going to ask you a really important question that I know a lot of guys out there have right now. Probably a lot of people in general.
I'm not single.
It's going to be controversial. I'm not single. How do we get our girlfriends into jujitsu?
Oh, man.
I'm sure there's plenty of guys out there. We need advice from someone that's in it.
True.
You know?
Yeah. Side note, these are the fucking
Bomb.
hits.
Yo, for sure. If Matt's
Like-
still watching, he knows. Matt's from Reading too, so he grew up in the, I don't want to say the
I
ghetto,
don't know
but
what are these like graham crackers? Because they don't
They're-
taste like graham
yeah,
crackers.
it's
They're like
these are Puerto Rican crackers.
yeah. If I say Maria cookies, like the people who know.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like when she came through, she was like, "Yeah, I got some Goya cookies." I'm like, "The Maria ones?"
Yeah.
Like, how did you know that? If you know, you know, yo.
If you know, you know, man. So, all right. A lot of girls don't like sweating. They want to keep their nails. Don't have any. They don't want to be like grappled by sweaty guys. But once you're in it, like it's not bad because you don't even feel it, right? Like you don't feel sweaty when you're sweaty and somebody else is sweaty. So my advice, because like it worked for me, was just to get them in one time and then take like a week trial. Like just dedicate one whole week. Be like, hey babe, whatever it is they want to do. If they're doing like yoga, do a fucking week of yoga with them. Be like, hey, I did your, hobby, do mine. 1 week trial. That's it. That's all I'm asking. If they could do 1 week and say, oh, well, it's really not for me, then it really isn't for them. But, like, I feel like a whole week of not just, like, 2 days, but, like, 5 days of training every day. Like, you do a gi class, the next day's no gi, then you do an open mat, or, like, take them to an all-women's class,
Yeah. Do you think it's better, like, because I brought my girlfriend to a class before.
All right, your
And
school's a little different. It's smaller.
It's way smaller. But one of the things I was trying to do is, like, I don't know if I should pair up with her because I'm going to treat her nice, or I should let someone else treat them however they decide to treat her. Because I feel like that's more real, but I don't know, like, if that's the right thing,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I guess it's an individual thing. Oh, shit, cat.
I wouldn't. Oh. Probably someone's house cat. I wouldn't pair up with her. Just because, like, when Eric tries to tell me that I'm doing a move wrong, I get
mad frustrated.
I'm like, bro, I'm like this, you're like this. We're different sizes.
Yeah.
Like, let me do it my way. Oh, but no, shut up. Anyways, but don't pair up with her. Let her do her thing, and then, but pair her up with somebody who's either like her size or like a female who's down to earth. Because some girls I would never pair up with. I'm not anti-girl and I'm not a feminist either. I hate the all women's like stuff. It annoys me because all they do is just talk shit on the side. I want to roll. Like I'm looking at bodies like I'm gonna have her, I'm gonna train with her, and then they're like, oh, we're not rolling right now. I'm like, damn, why'd I come here?
Whack, yeah.
Yeah, it's some of these like all women's open mats be trash.
I wouldn't know because I've never been to one, but I know, like, generally when it's like a small group of us like that, like, my thing is like, yo, let's get this rolling, and then we can go hang out and eat at the restaurant after.
Yeah,
like, that's stop fucking relaxing right now. Like you've been sitting down for 2 rounds, dog.
Exactly.
I'm calling you out.
That's what they do. They'll sit down in a little circle and start talking about shit. And sometimes, hey, if that's what everybody does, jujitsu for different reasons, right? So like, some people do it to get away from their wife and kids. Like that's their escape. Other people do it because they have like, PTSD or something where they feel like with jujitsu, it's a whole different world. But we all go into jujitsu forgetting about the world, forgetting about what we have coming up, school, anything, work, and we just work on our technique and work on what, what I mean? Like when you're rolling, you don't have time to think, what am I going to eat tonight for what am I making for dinner?
Oh, yeah.
You're worrying about, I can't let this
I don't
guy
wanna
choke me.
die.
You know what I mean? So like, you're not even worrying about what's going on. So like, if she was to train with somebody who's down to earth, not just like, okay, like you're not doing this right. Like there's certain girls that are kind of weird. Pair her up with somebody who'll be like, yeah, supportive and her size. So she's doing the move. It's not like because the guy's fucking fat and she's not doing it right. Oh, this sucks. I can't get the move. But it's because she's partnered up with somebody 200 pounds. You know what I mean?
100%.
Or like somebody who's super stiff and not letting you work. Like, dude, don't give me any resistance. I'm trying to do the drill. Like, you know.
What about getting them to roll? Because like drilling moves is way different than live rolling.
Dude, I feel like live rolling is where you got to start. I feel like if you just got them into live rolling, they'll have way more fun than drilling. Let's face it. Who likes drilling? You know what I mean? Like, that shit's boring. After a while, you're like, all right, I got the move. Let's go roll, you know?
Yeah.
But if she was to live roll, like, and not go hard, just start boloing her. You know, like, do stuff where it's, like, it's actually cool and fun. Then she'll be like, how'd you do that? I want to learn that, you know? Because that's what happened to me. I got fucked up, and I was like, all right, I want to learn. Then I did it, and I was like, yo... I could double leg somebody. All right. Where do I sign? But yeah, I think she should spar first. And I know I tried getting Shane to train, and she's like, But she just has to like one day just commit. You know, like we can't force them, obviously.
Yeah.
But like if you be like, hey, if I do something like that, running, you know, whatever hobby that they have. Then you'd be like, then can you do it with me? Because, like, it makes life so much better where I don't like doing anything else. He don't like doing anything else. Imagine if me and Eric liked doing other shit. And I'm like, are you going to go play Call of Duty again? Like, I want to, you know what I mean? Like, or, like, if I was doing some spin class and he wanted to go train or, I don't know, do something where, like, we're on opposite schedules. And I'm like, damn, we're not even hanging out together. Like, when you're training together, it's like, I could see him at Jiu-Jitsu. Or we're going to do a tournament this weekend.
I feel like that's kind of like a double-edged sword in some capacity, though. Because what if sometimes you need the space away so you appreciate the time that you have together when it's alone, you know?
That's why we don't partner up together.
Yeah.
You know, and we, like, do our own thing. Sometimes he'll compete.
Well, because you can roll on your fucking couch or some shit.
Yeah, well,
fucking living
all right, that's
floor
another
anytime.
thing. We don't do that at all.
Really?
We never, like, outside of jiu-jitsu, outside of a real gym, we never, ever do anything. Like, there was one time where he was like, yo, I made up a new move, and he'll show me on the, like, the carpet. But other than that, we'll watch videos, like, you know, those instructionals. But there's no, like, jiu-jitsu is that jiu-jitsu. We do so much jiu-jitsu, we don't need to do it at home. Like,
you do it every day? How often do you train?
6 days.
Fuck, all right, never mind. Shit.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
No, there's people who do it like 2 times a day.
Yeah,
I used to do
those
that.
are fucking killing people.
Yeah,
Killer
man,
guys. Crazy competitive dudes.
Those. I used to work like overnight, so right after work, I'd go to the gym,
And
do the
right
morning
before
class.
work.
I'll go to sleep right after, then come right before work. It worked out so well.
Hell yeah. I had a schedule where I was training, not jiu-jitsu, but
Didn't
like,
it make you like wave
it made the days go quick.
Yeah.
And it was like time flies when you're having fun.
Right. And then like you don't have time to be all depressed and shit.
Yeah,
or, like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like I don't even care what's going on in North Korea.
I gotta
and shit.
keep doing right. I don't be on my phone. Like I just like doing stuff. Like if I'm not doing anything, like if I miss a day of training, I'm thinking I feel bad for myself. I'm like, wow, I'm a piece of shit for not training today. And then there's some people who are like, I got 1 day of training today. Like that's pretty good for me. And I'm like, fuck no. You know, like I can't. If I miss 1 day, I'm like depressed.
Damn, well, you train really consistently. Me, my schedule's like chaotic. But I feel like when you train every day, sometimes you get into like a rhythm. Me, because I train every other day.
Sporadically.
Well, it's not sporadically. Like it's regimented, but it's when I travel to jiu-jitsu, because it's like I have a fucking 40-minute drive to get to my gym. Yo, so like when I'm getting there, like I'm there with intention. Like I'm here, I know what I want to drill today. Like I know what I want to get.
I mean,
so that's why I think like maybe instead of quantity, I have quality. You know what I mean?
Like
I get so mad when there's like only a couple people in the gym. Like, yo, I'm rolling with every one of you fucking twice. Then
with me, if I see just a few people,
I didn't drive
like,
all the way to fuck up here.
I'll just drive. I'll sit down and not even train. I'll just drill. Like so, like I be at the gym, but do I really be at the gym? You know, like so. I don't know. You're right. It's like quantity versus quality.
Yeah.
And
the hours in thing is definitely a thing though, but it still goes down to, you know, Bruce Lee's quote. I'd rather fight the man who practiced 1,000 kicks one time than the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times or whatever. You know.
Yeah. That sounds like some shit he would say.
Yeah, gangster as fuck, yo.
Gangster. Wasn't it his birthday or something recently?
I don't even know. Yo, shout out to Bruce Lee.
R.I.P.
For real.
No, but that's true. And then, like, a lot of times people will be like, oh, I can't train that many days. Like, yeah, you can. You can find... Priority is a thing. Like, you can find time anywhere. Like, people who say, I don't have time to train or something, you know, it's like, that's not true. There's always a way to make things work if you really want it to work, right? And same goes with, like, friends and anything else. If you really wanted to hang out with them, you'd be like, oh, I'm not training today. I'm going to hang out with my friend. But half the time, 90% of the times, I'm like, nah, I got to train, you know? And then that's another thing. Like, before Eric, I could not hold a relationship because I was training and they were like, dude, when are we going to hang out? And it's like, oh, you're always training. And it's like,
why aren't you?
Yeah. And they didn't, you know, they weren't into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, if I ever brought them into training, they see a bunch of dudes like
that can beat them up.
Yeah. They wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the idea of them watching me roll because then they'll be like, oh, they're touching you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just won't get it. But when you train and your partner trains, like, it's a lot more.
You understand. It's like, like, if you're going to get a roll in with them, like, you're going to...
Eric will be like, yo, he fucked you up. I'm like, damn. Like, hey, come on, can you redeem me?
Yeah.
Like,
yo, you're going to go clean that fucking guy up? Like, what's good?
He'll be like, nah, you got that. I'm like, alright.
You caught that out fair and square.
It's fun.
That's crazy. Like, I feel like, man, Jiu-Jitsu, the community in there is so good, too. Because it's one of the rare places where the shit talking is like part of it in an it's like an integral part where it's not even offensive. It's just like everyone's laughing at it because it's like, damn, I totally did just get dumped on my fucking head.
There's certain schools that you're not even allowed to curse at. You know what I mean? You can only wear white gis. Like, it's a weird on some like
fuck
sensei.
That, bro. Ken all day.
Yeah, for real. Like, you gotta call your professor sensei. I don't even say the word professor. I'm like, yo, what up, Jeff?
Yo,
you know what I mean? Like, what up, Padilla? What up, Mike? You know, like, I've never been the type, and if it was that way, I probably wouldn't have lasted. If it had to be like,
mad
okay,
formal,
sensei, bowing.
I could get into that, but
I like tradition. I like lining up. I like when there's belt ceremony type stuff where everybody could see your teammate. You're there every day. Kind of you're there every day. You don't want to miss out on your buddy getting promoted. Like, you want like one day where everybody gets ranked up. You know, and then you have a tradition, right? I love tradition. But certain things are like, dude, I'm fucking 28 years old. I'm not gonna call you sensei. I'm sorry, but like, I got shit to do. Or like, oh, yeah, you were late. You can't step on the mats. Bro, I was stuck in traffic after having a 12-hour workday. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't, like, accept that, then, like, maybe I'm just not cut out for your gym. But some people, it be like that.
Yo, sometimes I'll drink to that.
I don't know, but... Yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. That was crazy.
No, it was just, good. Like, it was a good tangent. Yeah, it was good. You know.
How do we start that? You had asked me about
girls,
getting your girl into.
And then we kind of ended up there.
How the fuck? But
well, it's just like how different stuff appeals to different people.
So, like, everybody starts jiu-jitsu for a different reason. We're all there. And it's usually a lot of rejects in there, if you think about it. You look, like, I always, like, just kind of observe. And I'm like, man, I'll never be friends with that guy, or this guy outside of jiu-jitsu. Like, no way. Like, you got a lawyer, you got a doctor, you got somebody who works at, like, fucking McDonald's. Somebody who don't work, who, like, lives at home with their... You know, it's just all kinds of people... just trying to train jiu-jitsu, right? And you don't even know what they do outside of jiu-jitsu. You just say, oh, that's a blue belt. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't know what they do. You don't know if they have kids. You see some little scrawny kid that's like 14-year-old. They're like, oh, their mom's paying for all their shit to go compete and do freaking kids' pans and shit. But really, they're at home hating jiu-jitsu because they're being forced to do it. Yeah. Like, it's like all weird shit, right? But... when you show up, and it's like you get to know these people, they support you, and then like if you have girls who are like super supportive, like you have a strong women's team, like it's easier to get your girl to start because they'll be like, hey girl, we got you, like we'll show you, you know what I mean? But when it's a gym like yours where it's smaller, I don't know. It's kind of hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's solid advice. I guess I'll have to do a road trip.
Yeah, seriously. Have her just, and it's just that initial, like, love, right? Because once she starts liking it, she's in, you know, and then she could roll with the guys and do whatever. But you got to get them to start liking it first.
Yeah, I think like you were saying with Zombie, like, that's not as competitive a thing. Like in Valley, like our main coach, like is Andrew, you know what I mean? And he competes every fucking week, just about. So it's like, bro, like you gotta have a killer instinct walking onto that mat.
Like if a girl
everyone's
goes
in there trying to like my buddy Felipe, like the guy I started like training jiu-jitsu with, like he's been doing this shit lately where he does with the fucking air choke shit, bro.
That Wagner road choke.
Yeah, dude. Like, and we'll just disrespect on each other. Like, we'll do the dirtiest shit to each other. But that's because we know
it's
like
called like the muffler.
Yeah. But we just like we want to do the dirtiest shit to each other. So when we encounter it in the wild, it's like, dog, I know exactly.
Yo, and that
I know a wrist lock to break
Hell
this bullshit the fuck off my face
all
right now.
All that's legal, like, and then like you see like somebody like Wagner do it at Fight to Win. Now everyone's doing it, or like the face crush and.
Oh yeah, dude. We got the wrestlers with the cross faces.
Yeah.
Okay, my jaw's like.
I
don't even
if
let
it
it
gets
happen
done
no
to
more.
you, like you want to start doing it, right?
Hell
and then what
yeah.
if like it's your girl's first intro class and then they start?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I don't know, like with my personal experience, like I brought her in. And like she did the drills and stuff, and like it was going pretty good. Like she was doing the stuff decently, but then she wouldn't roll. And it's like, I don't even know how to tell you to roll because I can't roll with you because you're gonna get mad at me no matter what happens.
You can make it fun. You can make her like smash you.
Yeah,
like,
I guess I don't know. Yeah,
I think she'll have fun beating you up.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what I want.
Yeah,
you know,
hell yeah. That's
and
what
I'm sure like a lot of guys out there want that. Yeah,
she does it once, she's gonna want to keep doing it. Like it's just a bug.
Yeah, there's so many people out there too. Like I just know.
Hey,
yeah,
Mackenzie.
she threw it. Oh snap!
That's my girl Mackenzie. I just had Thanksgiving dinner with her.
Oh snap! Shout out Mackenzie.
That's Eric's brother's girlfriend.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Eric's brother just caught his
black belt. Yeah, dude. So
to
she showed up, and mind you, she's one of the girls that don't train either. Like she's not with it like at all. I think maybe she tried it, didn't like it. She does everything else. Like she rock climbs, does cycling.
Yeah. That's like my girlfriend. Like does like the
right.
Everyone thinks she's mad hard, but she's a little marshmallow, dude.
She looks hard. Them freaking pictures and that mud run stuff. Shit, I would not fuck with her. But
that's what I'm saying. But she's a little marshmallow, dude. I can fold her up into a little pretzel.
Yeah. Oh look.
I'm here too, lol. Oh yeah, there she is. Oh snap, you're admin. She got a little wrench. I think she has power over here. She could shut down the stream right now.
Yeah. But,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
babe, we have to road trip down to Jess's
she's
gym and we're gonna really lightly roll and I'm gonna treat you really nice.
For real, bring the bus. We'll hook it up.
Let's do it.
That'll be dope. That'll be so dope.
We gotta do like I wanted to do like a jujitsu road trip with this shit. Like we're talking about it.
How far can this drive? I'll be scared.
All the fucking way. Get out of here. It's loud and like ugly, but it fucking moves. This thing fucking moves.
It's like 90 minutes though, like to.
Yeah.
Actually, like an hour 15 from here.
Well, in your car, like this thing is slower.
Yeah.
You gotta. I wouldn't say you gotta double the time, but like you gotta be conservative. Yeah, you gotta give it time. Like they're on their way. When are they getting here? They're on their way.
Yeah, they're on their way.
They're coming.
It's a bus.
They'll be here. They'll be here when they get here. Yeah, Kay. Oh yeah, see, she's down. She needs someone to treat her nice. I think that's a big thing. You gotta. It's about the space, because like I was saying, like everyone in our gym is like we're all fucking assholes to each other, and we love that about each other.
Yeah, and
but
I
it's
would
not
love
for
that.
everybody,
That's what I'm saying. So like I complain about gyms that are like too like marshmallow.
Soft.
Yeah, because I'm like I want hard rolls. I don't want this.
I want some. Well, for me, like the whole reason I started was I want this to be applicable in a self-defense situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I was in the military, like everything about like my training, after high school, anything violent,
combative,
right? You know what I mean?
You want to like get the.
I need to be able to protect mine. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And so like some of these gyms, like they're not like they'll get offended if you even touch your leg. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I know. Andrew was saying about that too. He's like, yo. Like we like all of us were doing our sit down after the class, like we were fucking mopping and shit. We were just talking about how it's the time now to learn leg stuff to show those gyms that don't do leg shit that they need to go with the times.
Right.
You know?
Well, and it's getting there, I think, because
Well, for sure, yeah.
like a lot of people are kind of crossing over to the sub only type shit. But and that goes to show like that whole I got my knee blown out at an IBJJF. Like
Not
nothing's
even in a
safe.
fucking,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like jujitsu is not a safe sport. Like you
Yeah.
can get your arm popped. Like I've gotten my shoulder got fucked up from a stupid like I just moved around. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's
like
so
leg
weird.
locks, I don't know why they think leg locks are so dangerous. Like I don't get the concept because if you get taught the right way, just like an arm bar, just like anything else, wrist locks, like why is all that legal? But I don't know. I'll never get it. But it's not. I get hurt more doing anything else than I do leg locks.
I think the main thing is like, think about the majority of jobs out there, right? You need your legs to walk, and if you get leg lock,
Right, your arm you could just
you can
like,
you can fucking sling that shit and you can still do your job in most
I
situations.
guess,
Like that's kind of
yeah.
where I'm thinking. And then like I don't know how, in the grand scheme of things, how leg injuries age versus like arm injuries. You know what I mean? Because I'm
No.
sure fucking knee injuries don't age gracefully.
No, they don't. Well, see, my coach or my instructor at Elite, he just had like elbow surgery. He got like cartilage taken out. It was like floating in there from like extensive use of like his elbow. I don't know, maybe a lot of
too
pops.
much ass whooping.
Yeah, something happened where like he had to get surgery. Still not the same. I don't know if it was worth it or not, but he doesn't roll the same way anymore. Like I don't. It's like a long-term injury type thing that
man.
even
that
if
shit
it
scares me so
word.
much.
I mean, he's like a 3-stripe black belt. Like he's a 3rd degree black belt, so he's had
extra
his good
gangster,
days.
yeah.
Right. Like he had his good days. Now it's time to just relax and not train hard. But it still like sucks that he can't use that arm as much as he could like anything else. And I'm like, that goes with anything. Like knees are always gonna go out. When you get old, without even doing jiu-jitsu, what do all old people? Oh, my arthritis. Oh, my knee. I have bad knees. I need double knee replacement. It's gonna get fucked up. Might as well. Just
you better have
speed
a
up the
story
ra-
for it. You better have a story for why
my
it went
knee
bad.
blew
yeah.
out at an IBJJF.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm
Well,
probably
these
gonna feel
fucking
it.
guys right here, these parkour guys. Like,
Oh,
that shit is
yo.
crazy. The drops that they take, bro.
For
They'll take like
real.
20-foot fucking drops and eat
So
that shit.
yesterday during Thanksgiving dinner, my Eric's brother. I hate saying Eric's brother. You know how us Puerto Ricans are. We call everyone suegro, suegra, like my cuñado, and they're really not.
Yeah.
Like I'm not married, but like I can't just be like Eric's brothers, sisters. You know, I'm just like they're family. That's what it is,
100%.
right? When I called, I congratulated Eric's brother, and I was like, "Oh, my brother-in-law just got his black belt." They're like, "Yo, you're married?" I got like 3 messages, like responding. I'm like, "Nah,
it's like fucking
mind your neck.
Yo,
I'm not
for
married."
real.
Like, he's my brother-in-law. Like I fucking lived with him for a month when I moved
My
out.
girlfriend's like that for sure too. Like just cause like I grew up like my cousins like. It don't matter. Like it don't matter how we're related. Like
right,
that's my
so
cousin.
If that's your cousin.
Like, yeah.
Exactly. Like if that's your cousin and they're dating, you're gonna be like, you know, my cousin's partner, spouse, whatever.
Yeah.
But in Spanish, it just translates better. Like you just be like, you know, my cuñado.
Yeah.
Instead of like brother-in-law, where it sounds like we're married.
Yeah.
But so
You're
he's.
married?
I know, yo, that pissed me off, and it was all white people. I'm sorry, I'm not racist. I'm not racist, I promise. But they like to like it has to be
specific.
by the book.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's
no,
that's not dictionary defined. Like
I'm like, all right, common law, we're living together. Hello, but no, I don't know. It's just like I'm not proper. Like, whatever.
It's one of those things. To me, it doesn't matter.
It don't.
You know?
Like if you're together, like how I don't care how long you've been together. You're living together. You might as well be like husband and wife.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? Like
know?
in the old times, that's probably how it was anyway. But
Like I think the thing that I was saying with her is like, I referred to her as my son's stepmom. It's like I live with you. Like that's
exactly.
do we need a certificate?
Oh, you guys are married. Oh, did she adopt your son, or is it in paper that she's the stepmother?
Like,
because no,
it's like she's dating me and we confide in each other.
Yeah,
that's all
like
it takes.
his life is in her hands when I'm out in the store. You know, like it's I don't know. It's a trust thing. Like I said,
exactly. It's a trust thing, 100%.
Right. So like, why does labels have to be a big deal? Like I was so pissed. I was like, nah, we're not married. Leave me alone. But anyways,
Yeah.
so he started climbing like a few months ago, and he does jujitsu. He's a black belt now, and he gets to like compare what climbing does to your grips versus jujitsu, right?
Oh, I used to climb before jiu-jitsu myself,
Did
so I
you?
could relate
Oh,
to
shit.
I could relate to him a lot.
So
yeah.
he took us climbing once. My forearms for a whole week. Fuck.
Oh, dude, you can't play guitar afterward. It's
Yeah.
it's miserable. It's miserable.
I never felt the pain that I felt when I went climbing the next day. Like the next day, I could not train. It was like I only did no-gi, and I was barely even like holding on to people.
Yeah. Just
we-
doing fucking like leg locks because you can't even.
Cause I can't even.
do
Yeah,
a grip.
no, my shoulder, everything. It was so bad. I was like, yo, I'm not this bad. Like you got that pass because I couldn't frame. Like I was, and I had to tell them I went rock climbing, and like they're like, you don't have to explain. I'm just letting you know. I'm not this bad.
I'm just letting you know. Next week it's coming.
Next week is
the hammer's
I'm gonna remember
coming.
that. I'm gonna remember that pass. You know, taking advantage. Oh man, we're gonna get you to train. Promise.
Yeah, for
Word
sure.
on my mom's. On God.
I'm gonna do that like for Valentine's Day. I'll be like, yo, we're gonna go to this restaurant. Oh shit, a jiu-jitsu gym right across the street. Whoa, that's crazy.
No, we're gonna plaster the door, and it's gonna say like one of those mud runs. You like sign up here, and once you open the door, it's just jujitsu mats, and we're like, tricked ya, no-gi.
Got him.
But anyway, so he forced us to watch this documentary on free soloing.
Yes.
Did you watch? Have you watched that?
Dude, well, me and Shayna, that's how we met.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We
cute.
met by rock climbing, but yeah, Alex Honnold's crazy.
Yeah.
There's this stand-up comedy that I know you would laugh so much.
Really send it.
This dude, he basically says, yeah, so I watched this documentary about this autistic guy named Alex Honnold. That guy, it's just some
The
shit
whole
that
time I was, we were cracking jokes on this guy,
Dude,
like,
I
and
know.
the girlfriend. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, fuck that bitch. She was she's like, once she got in the picture, he started falling.
Yeah,
It's
oh my God.
she just let go of the rope the entire knot. Like they were like trashing this girl. It was bad.
John was.
Yeah.
that's funny as shit.
He fucking hated her. I was like, dude, you don't even know her. Like,
yo, Shayna knows, dude. Shayna knows.
But so we watched that documentary. Then I go online. I'm like, oh, free soloing. Then the first thing that pops up 2 hours ago was some like world-renowned climber died like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, right after watching that documentary, doing free solo.
I need to make a note that I gotta fucking send you that right now.
Yeah, you should.
I don't want to forget because you're gonna laugh your ass off on your drive home.
Man, you know, I like a laugh. I like a good laugh. And I was like, this shit is crazy. Like, why are people dying? And it's like, the shit that they go through, they fall just like a few feet and it still like fucks them up, you know?
Well, because the thing is, like, with parkour, right, these guys can take crazy, like, 15-foot drops and shit, and they're money. They can run right out of that drop, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's because they have the form coming in and out. When you drop from a fucking 5-foot thing when you're climbing, you're fucking upside down sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Just 5 feet and you can sprain your ankle. And a sprain is literally a torn ligament. Like,
you're just dropping because you're expecting, like, I'm going to get this next thing. A fucking rock comes out.
Yeah. Or just like you slit your sweaty, anything.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
A lot of things can go wrong.
You know, dirt could get in your eye.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember one time, like, did you climb in or outdoor?
Indoor.
Yeah. So I like climbing outdoor personally more. Like, I do both. Yeah. It's not even a show off thing. It's like jujitsu. I'd rather fucking roll live than drill. You know what I mean? You're practicing inside. Right. Outside, you're just like, yo, this shit's real. The fucking rock can come out and all this shit.
Fuck
but
that.
yo, one time there was bees around me. I'm like, yo, chill.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro. Like, I was being mad.
That's when Mackenzie was like, yo, what if you get stung by a bee?
I was like, yo, chill.
Chill. I like you.
No, for real.
We're friends.
My girlfriend wouldn't even go up the wall when I said there was bees.
Yeah.
She hates bugs.
Aw. That's weird.
Are you
I
like
think
that?
Nah.
When there's bugs in the house, you don't make Eric kill it?
No, I actually kill them.
Yeah, he's scared of him?
Not that he's scared. He's lazy. He'll be like, it ain't doing nothing. I'm like, this shit is loud. I can hear it. Like, I want it out. And he'll be like, it's fine. Just leave it there. I'm like, no. He doesn't care. One time, John, had his gi. I guess he hung his gi outside to dry.
Mm-hmm.
Came into class, put his gi on, had a bee inside his gi. Yeah, he had to like strip it off. Like it was crazy. And then you just saw the bee flying. It was in his fucking gi.
Damn. He got fucking tapped by something that weighs way less than him.
Yeah, I stopped hanging my gis outside because a bird shitted on it. I was pissed. Yeah.
What color was the gi?
It was white.
Damn.
Yeah, but the shit wasn't even white. It was
I
like
know,
gray,
like
a really off gray and yellow type.
That white doo doo color that fades quick. That turns into another color.
And then
quickly.
I was so like self conscious of it. I washed the gi like 3 times. I'm like, is it off? I don't know. And I don't know.
Bird poop don't even be stinking
ever
like
since
that
then,
too.
I don't live that porada everyday life.
Yeah.
It'd be on the seat.
Yeah, that's we hang the stuff inside.
Yeah, we hang it on everything. Doors, handles,
all day.
Everywhere.
How many gis do you have?
Oh man, I think the last time I counted between Eric and I was like 24.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I got like 2, and then I have like 2 at the gym that are like loners. Like if I forget mine, I know which one I'm gonna use.
Damn. No, I mean, a lot of times like when I first started competing a lot, like Fuji had hit me up to do like a media type sponsorship where like you just post their gear that they give you and they'll give you free shit. So like I got like 4 gis from them. I got my duffel bag. I got a lot of shit from them, and I didn't post a lot either. I just like posted 3 things. But then I didn't want to.
That you have like a good social media following, and they
not
just found
really.
you.
Yeah, well I guess I use a lot of hashtags. They hit me up. And then, and they had just started that. It was called like a social media partnership. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to do it again.
They probably did it a lot in the beginning, and maybe it's harder now.
Yeah, or they got enough where people are starting to buy their shit.
Yeah, Fuji's everywhere.
It is. Like, and they started their mats. They didn't have mats at the time. Mm-hmm. So they're up there now.
They're growing, yeah. They just needed that first jump off.
Exactly. That it worked, right?
Yeah.
But then I didn't want to do it again because I don't really like sponsorships anymore because you feel obligated to like always post and then always hashtag, always use their, like, I don't know, it's just like too much for me. I've gotten away from social media a little bit. I post a lot. But like as far as Instagram and like selling myself, I don't really like doing it too much. Just when like I do a tournament, if somebody takes good pictures of me, I'm like, yo, I'm going to post that.
Definitely, yeah.
Because it helps them out too. Like, you know what I mean?
For me, like, I was just having this conversation with a guest that I had on recently where, like, I'm upset at the algorithms because they favor quantity over quality. Like, me, I want to put out really quality content. Like, when I post, I want you to be like, oh, shit, what's this? I don't want it to be like, oh, every day he's just fucking posting him doing a fucking bicep curl. You know what I mean? It's like, that shit's whack. And that's why, like, even with the music shit, it's like, I don't want to play, like, shit that's...
No,
like, sure, I can make some
out,
cool shit.
Right?
Exactly.
Because then it's like... I'll scroll and I'm like, I will scroll past a lot of people who post every day because I'm like, same shit.
It's like, oh yeah, you and your cat.
Did it.
Yeah,
like, everything. Whatever, and with jujitsu is like, how much more can you show us that you haven't showed us already? Like, we get it. You're in the same gi you wore yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing the same shit like all the time. Or I don't know. It'll be like 10 posts back to back for 10 days of the same tournament you did 2 months ago.
I know. Or
I'm
like throwback
give
to
it a
last
rest.
year.
Yeah.
It's just a recycled post.
Yeah, I'm like,
you posted the same thing last year. You're really
for
using
real.
the same shit.
I'll peep that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. It's just
we're so critical of people.
I don't know. It really is a problem with the world. Like, cause all it is these different social media sites are fighting
for your attention.
Exactly.
And then
they want you to be on their site for longer so they can feed you more ads and they can make more bread.
Yeah,
you know?
and
people need to understand that, and it's a hard war to fight to do it the other way because they're not going to favor your shit even though it's better content.
Right. The worst part about it is that like you start to feeling the need to be like them or keeping up with them. Oh, that person trained today. I gotta freaking train too. Like, oh, they're going way harder. I gotta start going hard. You know what I mean? Like, or like you'll see them eating health. They'll take a picture of like their food, and you're like, damn, like, especially with girls, like, I'll be like, she's cutting weight, she's, you know, she's gonna start looking better than me, I gotta start eating, fuck this salad, and because I get so influenced by social media and what they're posting, and I'm like, I need to stop. There's
a really great quote, I wish I could remember the dude's name, but it stuck with me the instant I read it, and it's something to the effect of, like, the reason people struggle with insecurity today is because we're too concerned about comparing our behind the scenes with other people's highlight reel. Because you ain't seeing the fucking pumpkin pie that she eating after that fucking
I heard
meal
that.
prep shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly it. Yesterday I had fucking Thanksgiving dinner, and I see somebody else's Thanksgiving dinner. I'm like, and they're like, yeah, gotta maintain my weight for blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, I should have been doing that. And then it's like, nah, I know what I'm doing. You know, like, why should I conform to what they're doing? Or like, oh, I think they're eating like that every day, but really it's just one picture. If they were eating like that every day, they'd post it every day like that, right? But yeah, I stopped comparing myself, and I feel way better now.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like, with the memes, like, the shit that I share, it's like, man, I cannot give a shit what people are thinking about me. Because if you really think that I'm this meme,
I know.
Like, I think your life is fucked up.
There was
like you have such closed blinders.
One of your friends
world.
were like kind of offended by like a animal. I think animal.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
I know.
Like,
and I was
if I'm at work and I'm bored, I'll dig for those. I'm like, man, I need something controversial, yo. Give me something, bro.
Dude, I do that. Like, I try not to recycle your stuff because like, they're your shit.
Nah, not even. Yo, share it if it's good.
Yo,
get it out there.
Certain ones that I'm like, I have to share it. This is some good. This is quality shit.
I think, like, I'll say this as a meme lord, right? If you are a meme lord, it is not your job to, like, worry that you're stealing someone else's content. It's your job to share laughter with as many people as you can.
Yes.
So if you see a meme that made you laugh, you know it's going to help someone else.
Somebody else. And that's the difference between, like, somebody having a good day and a bad day, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a shitty mood, but you see something hilarious, you're like, you know, I don't know. Laughter to me is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And, like...
100%.
So anytime I see your shit, I'm like, damn, this guy's on a roll. Yesterday, you were on a roll, like, with the Thanksgiving...
Which one? Oh, yeah, you coming to damn. There was one where it was, like, a lady pointing like this, and then the caption said, guess who's on their phone and not spending time with their family?
I felt shitty as fuck because like, they were all chilling and I'm on the corner on my phone scrolling and I see that meme and I was like, I looked around, I was like, threw my phone away.
She commented, damn.
Yo, I was dying. That was accurate as fuck.
Yo, caught you.
For real. I felt like you were watching me. I had to look around. I'm like, damn, this guy really knows what I'm doing. Like, knowing that I feel like I don't even belong. I'm like, the family's talking and shit.
I love sharing those, like, it's like comedy. It's like, it's funny because you know it relates to you, but no one talks about it. Yeah, that's the shit that I love. I love sharing stuff like that.
Or like the ones that are kind of like borderline vulgar, where like there was one that was like P Diddy looking like out here looking like a clitoris. Was it because he had like the big coat and it was just like his little head right there?
Yo.
And like, shit. I know there's a lot of people that won't even say it, or they don't say certain words that we usually say on a regular,
for real,
right? Cause like I was telling Eric, like in PA or Allentown or Reading, whatever, we throw that word out like nothing. Like I'll say it. My mom says it. You know what I mean? But certain people just don't fuck with it. They don't say it. Or like, I said the word fuck yesterday in front of his parents on accident.
Oh, I did that at a Friendsgiving with kids, and I'm like,
It's not even kids. In kids class, I start cursing on accident. They're like, yo, I just let it out.
Yeah,
it's
like,
bad.
Yeah, my bad. That's crazy, Jess. You just gotta let it do it.
But I'd be like, come on, you were thinking it. Like,
it's like, come on, man. Like, you basically put it in my head to say it. Like, fuck you, bro. Why you making me say it?
For real. And so these people that be like having those like reactions to my memes, to the memes that I share that are like fucked up, I'm like, come on, you know that was funny. Like, you're all acting surprised and laughing like it's not. I'm like, dude, it's funny.
Like, you were just doing this last week, bro. Like, I shared this for you.
For you. Like, this was for you, buddy.
This made me laugh because of what you did yesterday. Like, oh, man. No, that's fucking great. All right, man. Like I think we've been cruising here for a couple hours, Jess.
Yo, that's
It
crazy.
flew, right?
Remember you said like
Yeah.
you didn't think it was 2 hours? I'm
How
like,
long you think it like? It felt like 10, 15 minutes. Like we were just catching up, right?
30 minutes.
Yeah, you felt like that.
Yeah.
We're probably like I think we're like a good 2 hours in.
Get
I
the
think right
fuck
now,
out.
at least.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. Maybe a
I
little less.
survived.
Yo, for sure.
I was so worried about like
Nah, I think it
freezing. and
Oh,
I-
yeah. I had the heater, yo.
No,
What?
not
Oh,
physically.
I was gonna say. I was like,
He
let,
did-
let the
he did
record
pull up
show.
with the- with
Yeah,
the-
she got the space heater all over her
Look,
legs. Yeah.
Loxo 3000.
Yup. Link in the description if y'all want to cop one.
No, like when you would ask like a question and I'd be like, that kind of freeze. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No.
I do that when I try to teach.
Yeah.
If I
Oh,
ever
for
teach
real?
jujitsu, yeah, I'll call this like the wrist sleeve or
Mhm.
the wrist lapel
Mhm.
instead of a sleeve.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, oh yeah, that thing on your neck, the lapel, or like I don't know,
The
I'll say
collar,
rear
yeah.
naked strangle,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I freeze all the time, so.
No.
What?
It's all good. I try to keep the pace natural.
Yeah,
And
it's so
do,
easy
do you
to
feel
talk.
like do you feel like I yeah,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like
easy to talk
yeah,
to you.
yeah.
You know, I feel like you could
I
blend in
asked
with
you
anyone.
yeah, well I asked you shit that I knew you knew about, you know? That's the
Yeah.
whole goal, you know? I
Word.
try to take care of my
Dude.
guests here.
This podcast
You
is
see
the
Rhonda
hit.
Burb, I just realized.
I know. I just realized that too. You were talking and I was like, but I didn't say anything because you were still talking. But
no,
dude,
no, no.
that's
Rhonda Burb.
legit.
Yo, he's around. But
That's
yeah,
dope.
man. So if people want to find you on social media, take a class, come through to your gym,
Flowerbud BJJ. No underscore. No
or like
all one.
I can't even.
Wait, this
Just
way.
come closer. I was like, why can't I get to it?
Boom.
I stay fucking that up. One day I'm gonna get good at that. But definitely hit her up if you
Yeah.
guys want to go train down in Delaware. I'm sure her gym is hella accommodating
It
to
sure
outsiders.
is. It sure is. Jeff Mitchell is friendly as fuck. That's cool.
No
All right.
doubt.
Dude,
For
thanks
sure.
for having me.
Yo,
High five.
for sure. And
Bump,
that's
slap.
a wrap.
damn.
Oh, slap bump. My bad.
Slap, bump.
Well, I
You
don't
just-
do it this way. I come through with
you
that.
fucking
I do
queer.
that. Fuck you. That's the G way.
You know
Oh
the
my
people
God.
who be like, yeah, let's slap and bump.
Oh, like out in public? It's like
no.
I don't do that. Like I don't like doing that shit because I'm like, bro, are we gonna roll after we do
I'd
this?
be ready. I'd be
No.
like, what are you
I'm
trying to do?
I'm gonna get you, bro. Like, you ain't getting to slip on me. You know, I'll say this really quick, just because we were saying that. My one buddy, like when I first started training, like so I did wrestling a little bit before
yeah, you told me
jujitsu.
that.
So we have this guy, Raph. Eric fought him, actually. Raphael. He's I think he's Dominican. Yeah, see, Pichardo. Yeah, you know.
Yo, ever since you said his name, I was like, who's this guy that says Pichardo? I'm like,
That's when she
yo,
was like,
need
I
to
guess
be-
I'll come on his
For real.
podcast.
I was like, I gotta meet this dude for real.
I
Anyway.
wish I could have caught you in a fucking fight. I would have
I
been like, you know,
know.
standing 5'5", weighing 130. Jessica Bermudez.
That would have been funny.
With the
You had
maracas, I
the
would have came
whole
through.
accent.
All that shit, yo. But yeah, Raph, what he used to do, like when we first started training, is he would come up to me and just put me in a rear naked choke when I'm chilling. Like he would come up
Like
behind
a
me and go,
surprise
yeah.
attack.
I'm like, bro, like he did it one time when we were in public. I'm like, dog, if you do that again, I'm gonna fucking hip toss you.
Yo.
He did it again at a UGC fight. The first time I ever went to one, bro, I hip tossed him into the fucking chairs.
Oh my
And
god.
like it was a big commotion, and everyone's like, "Yo, for real?" I'm like, "I told him."
I
I looked at
told-
Andrew. I'm like, "I told him." He's like, "Yeah, you did, bro."
Did you know it was him for
I
1 second?
I fucking knew who it was. I knew who it fucking was. I knew immediately. I'm like, bro, because I warned him. I'm like, bro, I'm
Dude,
gonna hip
that guy
toss you.
weighs like 100 pounds.
I know,
Why
that's
would
why-
you do that? You
That's why I
bully?
knew right when I came. Well, he was bullying me because I was a fucking white belt. I'm like, all right, dog. Right, I fucking knew it was him. I found that tricep. I'm like, all right, rip.
Damn.
It's like rap.
Well, let's
Put me in another fucking choke,
We
Raph.
gotta see that shit
I
this
wish-
weekend.
Yo, I hope not this weekend. My fight is
Next
the
weekend?
14th. So yes.
Oh, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next weekend. Not this.
I mean, I guess
mean,
we're in
we're
the
in the-
weekend.
yeah.
Well, not even because it's Friday.
You're right.
Saturday,
Fuck.
Sunday. Get
This
at her.
holiday
Get
shit.
at her for real. All right, yo. But yeah, slap bump.
No. Queer.
That's a wrap. Make sure you guys follow Jess. She's awesome. And yeah, that's a wrap. Peace.